Yo, what is up? Cool, I think it's working. Heck yeah. Okay. So we're gonna be doing crafting and what level am I? I'm almost 88. I'm almost 88 crafting and then oh, I gotta bring up chats. Hold on. Okay, I got chats up. We got chat up. We got RuneScape. We got YouTube. We are good. Alright, hopefully you guys can hear me right here. Oh, I guess I need to get closer. Oh, now I feel like you can hear everything. Oh, I don't. Now you can hear the TV, I think. Maybe I should just wear the mic. Nah. I gotta turn the TV though. Hold on. Okay, I think that's right. Yeah, that works pretty well. Alright, so we got. Oh. Alright, we got. Bro, it's so hard doing this on one screen. I'm just happy I'm able to do it though. Okay. So we're gonna start off with the most powerful artifact in RuneScape, Stone of Jas.
The Fist of Guthix. The Eye of Saradomin. The Stone of Jas. Depending on its past possessors, the artifact would go through many names in its storied history, which predates even the First Age. The origins of the stone are not very well known, nor has its past been well documented, so join me as we try to piece together the story of Gillinor's greatest and most devastating artifact. We have to start all the way back in the First Age. Guthix had just arrived on Gillinor and was amazed by its beauty. Using a special tool, he was able to carve open portals to other realms where he could convince certain species to take refuge in the world of Gillinor. One of the first species he brought over were the elves, along with the goddess of light, Saren. Through unknown means, Guthix would eventually come into contact with the Stone of Jas. Using the stone, he would help out a newly established race called humans. The stone was capable of creating the world's first rune stones that the humans could utilize to produce magic, an ability that previously was not possible for them. Millennia's pass on, and after a good amount of species got settled, Guthics decided to stop interacting with them. You see, Guthics had no desire to be worshipped as a god, and would even tell these species not to do so, but unfortunately, they started doing it anyway. So to prevent further worship, he decided to go underground and sleep for thousands upon thousands of years. Fast forward to the Second Age, the arrival of Zeros and the Great Zerosian Empire. During this time, the stone was accidentally found by a Fremennik named V. V used the power of the stone to create new magic and what we now know as runic altars. He also was the one to found the Moon Clan, whom all reside on Lunar Isle and follow V's tradition of magic and runecraft to this very day. There is little known of this specific point in the stone's timeline, but it is believed that V had the stone stolen from him. After the stone's theft, it would disappear for many years, until eventually being found by Zamorak through unknown means. With the help of the stone, Zamorak would use the Staff of Armadil to defeat Zeros and siphon his power, ascending to godhood. This would begin the Third Age. Shortly after this, Saradomin and Armadil would banish Zamorak and claim possession of the two artifacts. Armadil would end up taking the staff, which is how it got its name, and Saradomin would claim the Stone of Jas. He would then proceed to hide the stone at the bottom of the ocean. It was around this time that the stone would be referred to as the Eye of Saradomin. Fast forward around 17 years, and Zamorak finds a way to return to Gielinor and is now pissed that he no longer has his powerful toys. For this reason, the God Wars would commence. The war for the artifacts would last for thousands of years. Zamorak would eventually claim the stone and entrust it to Lord Drakan. The effects of the stone being in Drakan's possession can still be seen today actually in the mines of Mauritania. Eventually, Zamorak would reclaim the stone from Drakan and place it in the land of Farinthri. However, not long after, Saradomin, Armadil, and Bandos all had him cornered. In a last-ditch effort, Zamorak pounded upon the stone, causing a massive explosion. The blast turned the beautiful, lush, and green Farinthri into a wasteland incapable of supporting life. The planet's life force, Anima Mundi, cried out in pain as the whole world shook. The event was so destructive that it awakened Guthics, who had been asleep for more than 5,000 years. He looked upon the destruction in disbelief and plunged into a deep sadness. Seeing such a large stain on this beautiful planet was too much for him, and he wept for a land that he only wanted to share. Gielinor was now permanently scarred. Shortly after seeing this atrocity, Guthics came to the conclusion that none of these gods were fit to inhabit this world. So, he enacted the most powerful spell ever known in our history, the Edicts of Guthics. These edicts would prevent any and all gods from entering the world of Gielinor. However, if a god already resided in Gielinor, it would not automatically kick them out. So, one by one, Guthics banished each and every god. This even included his old friend Saren, which was hard for him, as he was the one who brought her and her people to Gielinor in the first place. Saren pleaded with Guthics to let her stay, telling him that if she were to leave the elven people, they would all quickly die. But Guthics wouldn't allow it, for even though Saren was a peaceful and gracious goddess, her presence would still disrupt the balance of good and evil in the world. So as a final resort, she shattered herself into pieces so that her people could live on, even if it was without her full presence. When his work was done, Guthics took the Stone of Jas and hid it deep underground. After that, he himself found a resting place and went back to sleep, hopeful now that his actions would prevent any further damage being done to Gielinor. Not much else is known of the stone. In fact, it's been such a long time since the stone was last seen that many believe its presence to be a myth. But it is no myth. The stone is still here, waiting to be found. And while Guthic sleeps, the beings of Gielinor long to abuse its power and disrupt the balance once more.
Yo, that was cool. What? That's gonna be so much fun. Now that we know the lore.
This video follows on from the...
Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up doing it like 3 months late. Alright,
This video...
What? Oh yeah, this was the dude. I forgot what he did. I think he found like a dupe. Was that? No. Oh no, it was like being able to kill people with delayed damage.
This video follows on from the events of my previous upload. I found a game-breaking bug in RuneScape. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it. But if you're not fussed, here is a very brief recap. The video tells the story of how back in 2022, I discovered a game-breaking exploit in safe PvP. Through little more than sheer luck, I stumbled upon a massive issue with the Ancient Godsword special attack. The special attack deals a hefty amount of delayed damage, and it turned out that this delayed damage applied to a victim inside a safe area would still get dealt outside that safe area. And even more significantly, it would count as an actual player kill. The person who dealt the damage would get your items. It was very abusable, and over the course of a few weeks, I explored it thoroughly and used it on a few unsuspecting friends. Thankfully, it never became widely known, and the video concluded with the following. In the next game update news post, there was a small patch note just at the bottom. The Ancient Godsword's special attack effect is now cleared upon teleporting or leaving an instance by any means. It was finally fixed. So, this is where the story ends, right? Well, I thought so, for almost 2 years. But it turns out that back in 2022, I overlooked something very simple. One small thing, which could revive an iconic bug from almost 20 years ago. But before we get to that, the most fitting sponsor of all time. Old school RuneScape computer. Oh wait, I mean Starforge Systems, but they made an old school RuneScape computer. From a shadowy figure. This person knew what I had found and shared with me a potentially devastating and very similar bug. This shadowy figure, it was none other than skill specs. In the last video, I focused very heavily on the Ancient Godsword special attack and how it could be abused in safe areas. The bug that skill specs approached me with had nothing to do with the Ancient Godsword, but it had everything to do
Bro, this is different, sorry. 88 crafting. I didn't even realize. 2 more levels in crafting, and actually, if I'm going to be here, I'm probably not going to do Coliseum. So we'll probably end up doing like Slayer or something. But anyway, yeah, 2 more levels of crafting. Yay, 88. Go me. Woohoo.
with safe areas, specifically being able to kill people and get their items. And this affected one safe area in particular, the Clan Hall. This might be surprising because the Clan Hall really doesn't have a lot of content. It's mostly just a nice big pretty place for clans to hang out. But lurking in the corner you can find a combat ring, and this combat ring had a big problem. Old school RuneScape doesn't seem to distinguish between damage in safe and unsafe areas. Dealing damage to a player in a house or a minigame is the exact same as dealing damage to a player in the wilderness. But of course you don't get their stuff when they die. That difference is not in the damage dealt, it's in the type of—
Can I have 20 mil? Can I have $100? I'll give you 20 mil if you give me $100. You have to donate it first though. Or gift it, whatever. You have to get the sticker.
Of death that occurs, safe versus unsafe. This might seem like a weird distinction to draw because in day-to-day gameplay, this doesn't make any difference to anyone, but it seems to matter a lot in terms of how new content gets developed and the consequences of missteps. Imagine that you're in the wilderness and you are killing green dragons. A PK comes along and hits you one time and then they run away. Because player damage is prioritized above NPC damage, if you end up somehow dying to that green dragon, your stuff won't simply drop to the ground. The player who hit you one time will get all of your items. This is not unique to PvP areas. You could be almost anywhere in the entire game, and as long as you die an unsafe death, if a player has damage registered on you, they will get your items. And since there's no distinction between damage in the wilderness and safe PvP areas, this could mean the damage dealt in a safe PvP area could cause you to lose your items to other players. But of course, when you play a game of Castle Wars a bunch of different people hit you, and if you end up dying to a boss afterwards, you don't lose your items to those players. And the reason for this is because their damage gets cleared. When you get teleported into the lobby of a Castle Wars game, any player damage dealt to you is forgotten by the game. This is something which has to be done for every single minigame in Old School. Jagex have to explicitly add these checks every time they add new content, and sometimes they forget. And that brings us back to the Clan Hall. Skillspecs told me that when you leave the Clan Hall, damage dealt to you in the combat ring would not get cleared. So I headed to my Clan Hall to try it out with a second account. I smacked it one time, tallied it to Corp, and... no way, it actually worked. I think this proves once and for all that Skillspecs is a national treasure and a genius. I got a loot key for my second account, but after this first test, I did nothing. I just had other things that I was focused on, and after a few weeks went by, I'd more or less forgotten about the bug completely, until last month. The Ancient Godsword vid was completely finished, but before I put it public, I wanted to be certain that all of the bugs had been fixed. Because all of this required multiple accounts, my friends Soup and 8sat kindly agreed to help. And in the process, one of them in particular got very invested in finding a game-breaking bug. And that's when this bug came up in conversation.
There's gotta be like some place that they forgot, unless you think it's like they did a catch-all patch for it.
The reason I think it's not worth looking anymore is because I think we've just done every single place that we could test it. There was a separate bug with the Clan Hall combat ring.
Oh, dude, you can't just say that. Why not? You know?
I mean, it might have been patched by now, but I'm down to test it to see.
Yeah, dude. Is it still work?
No idea. Have you been to the Clan Hall before?
No.
Okay. Well, just go to GE on 511.
Oh, at the G. Yeah. I've literally never been in there, but yeah.
Step 1 was very simple. We just needed to check if the bug still existed. So I explained it to 8sat and we gave it a try.
Okay, Walt.
Dude, this is brand new content to me. Somebody put
Oh, is that auto-correcting?
a lot of work into this for no one to see it. It's pretty awesome.
Okay, come over to the combat ring. Alright, so it's the simplest bug in the world. Now that I've hit you,
Yeah.
if you die anywhere, I should get the loot.
Okay.
Hop out and tele to edge, then you're just going to suicide to the nettles.
Right. All right. So if this works, you should get a loot key, and I should have no gravestone and no loot, right?
Yeah, as long as you don't have untradables that you would keep, you won't get a gravestone, and I'll get your shit either way.
All right.
Yo, what up, Special Ed?
All right. Here we go, dude.
GLGL.
Good luck. You got a key?
I'm trying to get base 90s. We have 2 more levels of crafting to go. And I think I'm going to Slayer after that.
I got the key!
God, I hope this mic is good. I feel like I'm speaking weird into it. Get really close to my mouth.
Get out of here, dude.
It's been 2 years.
Dude, there's something here. There's something with this, dude.
I am surprised that this is still about, because that's a long time.
There's gotta be weird ways to abuse this. They actively prevent this in every other part of the game. There's gotta be something.
Much to my surprise, the bug was still in the game, and this made 8sat even more motivated. After a while of throwing ideas around, 8sat landed on something which I could not believe I never thought of.
Wait, dude, does poison carry over by any chance? Like, if you get poisoned in the ring, would it stay on you when you got kicked?
You know, I don't actually think I tried that. How did I not think of poison? What the fuck?
Yo, we gotta try that.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, hop in, boy. GL, let me know when you're poisoned.
Okay, I'm poisoned.
Alright, hop out. Moment of truth.
I could see if I'm still poisoned, like, immediately, right? It would be like green, right, when you're poisoned?
Yeah, so if it's still green, it's not cleared.
Okay, yeah. Oh, shit, dude. Dude.
Oh, man. Oh, my God.
That's bad.
Okay, Jesus. How did I not think of... Bro, I'm kicking myself.
Yo, for real, like, if you're a smart person, you can use this to make so much money. But if you're like me, it's really cool information.
Dude, if you get a key from this is like one of the worst lures I've ever seen. Did you get a key?
Yeah, I got the key.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, this is so bad because you don't even need to do any like social engineering to lure somebody with this. You just need to get them to use the content normally and you just kick them from your house.
It is pretty bad.
Dude, that's insane.
It worked, and it was far more abusable than I ever thought it could be. And there's only one reasonable thing to do when you find a bug like this. We never touched the bug again, and we wrote up a detailed bug report and sent it into Jagex. In just a few days, the bug was patched, and this was the plan. Get Framed into the Clan Hall combat ring, get him on very low HP and venomed, and right as he's about to die, we ban him from the Clan Hall. He dies outside, we get the loot, we sell the GP, we move to Barcelona. But all of that was going to be the easy bit. We had to figure out how we could convince Framed to do all this weird stuff. Luckily for us, 8sat is a total weirdo. And I say this with love, but the guy's a freak. There is nothing normal about the way that this guy plays the game, and that was our secret weapon. Because Framed knows this about 8sat. 8sat could make any absurd request that he wanted, and Framed would probably believe whatever BS it was. He decided to tell Framed that there was a bug with cats in clan halls. If two people with cats...
Yo, leave it to him. Leave it to him to use cats. That's so funny. I love cats too, though. I should watch his videos more. I feel like we have a lot in common.
out die in the exact same game tick, they both respawn with 2 cats. Now, you're probably thinking what I was thinking at the time. There is absolutely no way that Framed would fall for that. He would have to be a complete moron.
You're gonna lose my cat?
No, we're in the combat ring. You're not gonna lose anything. When we're gonna die to the venom, we just both open like an interface just so that we can time it correctly.
Yeah, alright. Venomous running.
Sure, no.
Get that shit running.
It's gonna be 15 seconds. Alright,
okay,
it's gonna be 14 seconds from now. So whatever we're gonna do, we have to do it in 7 seconds.
Okay, perfect.
Name me now. I died outside. You just got me killed. This is the stupidest thing in the world. Are you kidding me? The f was that? Go f yourself. What was that? Fucking dick.
There's no way.
Oh my god.
Oh, I know what's going on.
It's
Did you
not
PK
now.
me?
Right, I got
You
a queue
did.
up 117.
117 mil key.
Oh my god. That
I lost
works.
a rune pouch, dude.
You can buy that back.
Nah, you're paying me for that, dude. Go f yourself.
I'll pay you for it. It's well worth it.
Dude. You made me lose my cat, Jake. I asked.
Yeah. Wait, who is this? Yeah, I have like 700 screens up. I'm streaming at my girlfriend's. Hold on. Goody? That guy.
Specifically, am I going to lose my cat? You said no, and now I lost my wily Hellcat. You're a creep, dude.
Wait, click call follower. It'll come right back. No, I'm just dude, it's gone.
Dick, dude.
Now, this looks pretty bad. There's probably a good number of you thinking, why would you do that to your friend? Now, the real response to this is that we're just incompetent. We didn't realize that he would lose anything we couldn't replace. But more importantly, it was 8sat's fault. After this happened, I of course reported the bug to Jagex, and in contrast to what happened with the Ancient Godsword bug, they fixed it within 2 days. Anyway, that's where I'm going to leave off this video. Apologies if it felt a bit slapped together. I had a tech catastrophe and lost a bunch of footage I was relying on, so I kind of had to fill the gaps. But I couldn't let it die. I needed the people to see Framed lose 117 mil trying to duplicate a cat. Peace out.
Nah, I'm glad it made it into the video.
The Fist of Guth.
That was good though. I kind of want to watch this one again. Introducing the Fist of Gothics. That was really good. But we're gonna watch Tasty.
This might come as a shock to you, dear viewer, but statistically speaking, you're probably pretty bad at RuneScape. I don't mean any offense by that. At the very most, it's a little bit of offense, but I come...
Wait, my bad. I've already watched this video. But where are the new videos that I
That's
got?
when we add
Hold on.
drain rate in the mix and adjust it to scale with your agility level. This means that leveling the skill means you can run for longer rather than just running more frequently. Right. Okay. Interesting.
Oh, I've seen that one too. That's 8 days ago.
Chat, is there an RS con?
Alright, that looks
Hey guys,
good. We
and
can
welcome
do that.
back.
From agility, that's
So the old school
loading
RuneScape
is- We'll start off with this one. And then we'll go to that one.
What's this here? I made.
Ooh, we have some clips too.
That's crazy.
Funny.
Game Jam has been a
Hold on,
RuneScape
I gotta make the lineup. Alright, we're gonna watch a clip, and then we're gonna go into RuneScape Chronicles, and then Behemoth.
Made an Asmongold horror game, House of Torment, and it's a picture of my house. Oh boy. Let's take a look at it. What the What the fuck?
We're getting 100,000 subs on YouTube.
What?
Is your magic cards?
Oh my.
It's coming.
Oh my god. It's a horror game about my fucking house?
Yeah, that's really good.
Oh my.
That's crazy. That looks so good. It's like a direct replica of his house. Yeah, let me know if my voice is like too loud or anything. My girlfriend's asleep behind me, so I like turned it up, but I'm also whispering. Anyway.
This is insane. No way. Are you fucking kidding me? House of Torment.
Wow, that's crazy, isn't it? Asmongold's calling, beware. Here is life in the air.
Oh my god, look at my fucking face. Play it? I will. This is amazing. That is kind of how it looks at night. Holy shit, man. So I'm going in trying to get every single one of them. Now, I'm going to be honest. I killed 8. I only found 7 bodies. So there could be one of them down. I waited 20 minutes for that bitch to come back out. Now, I did get a lot of the poison on them, and usually it makes it to where they can't breathe, and so they just fucking die of suffocation, you know, somewhere in a corner, which is hopefully that's what happens, but we're not sure. I'm gonna go down. I gotta check one more time, make sure that there's not any more of them downstairs. I'll be right back. But I am stressing, bro.
That was such a good use of that clip. That was funny.
Let's bring Zad's crazy offers back.
Giving BKs. Oh, we're gonna watch the other one. Hold on. Well, after RuneScape Chronicles. Hold on, I have so many windows. Does it make it better if I get really close? Yeah, that definitely makes it louder. Maybe I'll just talk close to it. I guess that's what it's kind of meant for.
team has made content pitches for you to give your input on. Also, Old School is joining a pop culture cornerstone. And
Yo, what's up, Joe Dirt? Is my mic even on? Yeah. Okay. What's up, Toasty? Yo, I'm streaming at my girlfriend's house. So, I'm using like her game headset mic little thing. But I figured out how to, so I'm remoting into my computer from her computer. And then I'm using my phone as a webcam. And then I'm using Discord to get my voice to my computer. It's freaking crazy. Bro. But it turned out pretty well. I'm pretty sure the mic works decently. I heard myself earlier. Yeah, if I actually like watch videos and talk about stuff, she does, but normally she likes like Call Me Chris or Charlotte. She likes Stardew, um, Sims, you know. What in the actual I know, right? Alright. Let's get this other crafting level. I don't know, maybe I should just wear the headphones. She has headphones, and they have cat ears, which I really like. But I don't like the big things. The big earmuffs, $5 is. What? Do I need any RuneScape gear? Yeah. I'm working to get a Bofa and crystal armor right now. And then I don't know, that's mainly the goal right now. Is to do that and to get base 90s. What does that mean? Yeah, I was like, I'm good, bro. Oh, if you give me the $5, I'll say it. But you got to give me the $5 before I say it. I'm not saying it for you. That's not how this works. That's not how the transactions go. I, obviously, you've never done a drug deal. No, I'm just kidding. Show stats. Oh yeah, and as you can see, I am an Iron Man. My armor. I'm an Iron Man. Just in case you were wondering. Let me know if you need anything. Are you gonna give me a crystal armor and a Bofa? You raid? Nah, I'm trying to get into raiding. That's why I'm trying to get the Bofa. I've done raids, but like I don't know, they don't go very well. I'm trying to get both of these nuts. Yo, what's up, Hydraulic Monkey? What's up, bro? Uh, so I'm guessing the mic doesn't sound bad. This is cool. This is good. This means I can stream at my girlfriend's house. That means I can stream every single night and not just like 3 or 4 nights a week. Every single night. You guys get to hear me whisper sweet nothing. I'm just kidding. Is that RuneLight? It's 117 HD. Yeah, on RuneLight. And then animation smoothing, anti-analyzing, X16, all that stuff. Bro looks like he got a pretty smile. Bro, I got a beautiful smile. Need that second hand for raids. Yeah. No, I could stick the mic right here. It just doesn't sound very good. I could stick it down there. Oh, you meant from jacking off. You talking the mic. Yo, everyone have a good 4th. Doing an amazing 4th. How was your 4th? Yo, I gotta celebrate freaking Canada Day with Toasty. Oh, I should have streamed yesterday. I just figured this stuff out yesterday or today though. But that'll be cool. I should have streamed yesterday. Start streaming all the holidays every night. How many hours do you play a week? I used to play a lot, like a lot. Now I play a decent amount, but I also edit videos and like do all that stuff. So it takes a little bit of time away from playing. But I think I'm gonna start playing a lot more. I think, especially now that I can stream over here. Duct tape it to your chest. No, dude, there's headphones. I just don't want to wear the headphones. They cover your ears, and I don't like the whole earmuff thing, like over my ears and stuff. Chip Skylark, bro, my hair is crazy today. But yo, Timmy Turner, what was that? Fairly Odd Parents. They used to be my favorite show. My mom used to wonder why they were always like screaming. And I was like, I don't know. It's a show. I like it. You watched a guy blow his finger off with a mortar? Well, that sounds cool. Did you get it back? Did you find it? Or was it like a video? My shiny teeth and me, shiny teeth. Shiny teeth and me. Bro, I haven't seen that in so long. I remember I got like popcorn. I remember whenever that episode came out, I got popcorn. And I sat down to watch it. It was with all the new Fairly Odd Parent episodes. That and SpongeBob, bro. I used to pop popcorn or like ice cream or something whenever I'd watch SpongeBob and Fairly Odd Parents. That was the time. How do I save clips? Hold on. It would be control. Let's see, hold on. Does that save a clip? Does that save a clip? Okay, none of these are saving clips. Command? Okay, it's command. Command is my new friend. That's how I save my clips. Oh, do you guys hear like background noise? I see that there's like something happening, but maybe it's the raid. Like, do you hear the TV in the background? So this is I'm like trying to bring up chat and everything. Dude, there's so many windows open. I went from doing this on like 2 big monitors to doing it on a tiny laptop monitor. Wait, why are there 2 chats? Oh no, that's good. Alright, now I got chat back up. Random Messenger games and playlist smooth as fuck. Are you using a gaming laptop? If so, which one? I'm completely new to the tech world. I just want to run RuneLite 117 smooth. Oh, it sounds like rain. Cool. All right. All right. So I'm not using a laptop. Well, I'm using my girlfriend's laptop, but I'm like remoting in to my computer. You don't need a really powerful graphics card. Honestly, I would just like, if you want to put the time into it, I would build a computer and I would like research what the best graphics card for your money's worth and then kind of go from there. And and get like your CPU and your motherboard and power supply and all that stuff. If you want a laptop, they just started making some laptops that you can like take apart and like replace the parts, but I don't even know if you would want to do that. I would definitely go for a PC and not a Mac. I don't know. Let me know if that helped at all. If you have any more questions. Bro, I should have picked something with crafting that like took longer. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was cutting gems. I got 2 more levels. I can run 117 on an integrated GPU at a consistent. I have no idea what that means. What's an integrated GPU? At 30 FPS, dipping below a certain ability. So any gaming laptop. Oh yeah, no, you should be able to run 117 HD on just about anything, but it's like how well do you want to run it, and are you doing other things while you're running it? Like for me, I'm streaming to 2 different places. I'm recording. I have like 20 web browsing tabs open. Like there's so much crap going on my computer. But if you just want 117 HD with RuneLite, like you're good with a lot of things. Like mine wasn't even that expensive compared to other computers. But like whenever I built my computer, it was like I want to say maybe like $700 to put everything together myself, and then I've had it for 2 years, 3 years. But I have a 2060. But I'm pretty sure you can get like 3060. I'm pretty sure Intel came out with graphics cards, did they not? Yeah, dude, there's so many options. Like once you start looking at, whenever I started building my computer, whenever you start looking at things, there's usually like 1 or 2 brands, maybe 3 that you can look at for like as far as your like GPU, CPU, motherboard, all that stuff. And then if you look at videos on how to build a computer, you'll start seeing like, oh, I only need a 2060 for what I want instead of a 2090 or like a 3090. I don't know, you just like learn all the graphics cards and all that stuff. But I would just like, whatever you're looking up, I would honestly just look on YouTube and look at maybe like 5 to 10 different videos on like the topic that you want. So if you want a laptop, look at like 10 videos on what's the best laptop, compare, and then go from there. Anyway. Yo, my headphones are freaking out right now. What's the lowest level quest cape? I think it's like level 43 now. I'm actually not 100% sure. Alright. Oh, how? I don't actually... It could be 43 if they do this update. Or this update's out. I'm not 100% sure. This isn't facts. But, so they proposed, I think, that all the quest rewards dealing with defense XP, you can get a lamp, I believe. They're proposing to get a lamp for it, so you can do all the quests in the game without getting defense. Wait. Yeah, you can do all the quests in the game without getting the defense XP, and then you don't even use the lamps. So is it 43? I have no idea. Maybe I saw that somewhere else. You can rent a 4080? What do you mean rent it? Like a was it like a virtual computer type thing? Because I don't really like those. Because they're just like, they're a tad bit slower than I would like. Like, even though a normal person cannot tell, I can tell. But like for my girlfriend, yeah, like using like the NVIDIA GeForce stuff where you can just play games like through the cloud, really good. Or you can like, can you physically pick up a 4080 and rent it? Or do you just get the virtual? Let's see. You're level 49 with 100 quest points. Sorry, I can barely read anything on this. I trained extra levels into range and mage and have defense from quests, but still. Yeah, I actually have no idea. I just say things sometimes. You play exclusively on cloud? See, I would like to like learn your setup because I feel like I could give my girlfriend like the same setup and we wouldn't have to spend like $600 like I did on mine. That would be dope. I didn't even think about that. But where do you rent yours from? Or like how do you do it? Actually, are you in the Discord? Can you just Discord me? Like the link or something? Oh, you do GeForce Now. Okay. Yeah, we did I got the early access to that and I showed her it, but um I think we have to get her laptop a better Wi-Fi adapter or something because it was just like I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was the Wi-Fi to be honest. Because on my computer it works fine. You play everything on like oh what? You play everything on a phone? Bro, that's awesome. I've got to tell her about that. I completely forgot about that. We'll just get her a Wi-Fi adapter, get better Wi-Fi. Yeah, and then we can play all the Steam games. Heck yeah, that's gonna be cool. You need to withdraw more Dragon Letter. I know. I get so distracted, bro. I didn't even think I was gonna talk tonight because I have this like little mic, but it seems to be all I've been doing. I haven't even started the second video. Is this real? Move your character? Nah, bro. I'm just sitting here talking. We're in just chatting RuneScape. It docks to your TV and you have surround sound like a Switch. That's freaking awesome. I've got to tell her about that. That would be super cool. Cause I'm like, I want to build her a computer, but I'm like, it's really not worth it. Like she just wants to play some games every now and again. And we could just get like a monitor and her laptop. She has a MacBook Air, but I'm pretty sure GeForce works on it no matter what. I don't know why bank standing hasn't been made an official skill yet, right? Everyone would have 99. That's so funny. It's like it's a skill to me. The streaming bank standing skill. Oh, you legit use a keyboard. What? Bro, that's crazy. Off of your Samsung. What? Bro, I have that's all I'm thinking about right now. Like, all she needs is Wi-Fi adapter. Well, actually, I guess Wi-Fi adapter, a wireless mouse, a wireless keyboard. She has Beats, so almost the correct setup, almost the same setup. I'm gonna send a picture of it on Discord whenever it's finished. You're on Samsung Dex, which turns your phone into a PC layout. Yeah, that's crazy. Am I gonna get 89 crafting tonight? What time is it? Oh, it's only 1 o'clock. Bruh, I could stay up all night. What do you mean? Oh, I'm not getting much XP. I should probably pay attention. I'm gonna talk and craft. I'm gonna do both at the same time. I can do it, I promise. I think I'm being too loud. Just a little bit. Okay, what's that? Hold on, let's watch the video. I gotta put my headphones in. I just don't want to wake her up. I feel bad. I'm like, my body's used to staying up till like 5 a.m. Oh. Where'd my cat go? Hold on. No, never mind. I'm not gonna go find him. It's cool. Alright. Let's I'm gonna turn on the video. Okay.
So the Old School RuneScape team has made content pitches for you to give your input on. Also, Old School is joining a pop culture cornerstone, and there's been a huge bug at an endgame boss. I'm your host KemQ, and I was excited to see more from the game jam that we discussed a few months ago, with interesting ideas like in-game bingo trackers, and even more customization to our player-owned houses. But in between these ideas, which are not guaranteed to actually come into Old School, was something that caused a stir. Changes to both quest rewards and requirements, potentially allowing one defense pures a ton of new content, and removing arbitrary quest requirements that may prevent restricted builds from completing them, such as Dragon Slayer 2 requiring 50 hit points to use the locator orb. If all of these changes passed, this would theoretically lower the required combat level for a quest cape to only 43, because according to Mod Blossom, they could also remove the 85 combat requirement for Dream Mentor. The Chivalry Prayer found itself in the spotlight again, as the Old School team pitched removing its defense bonus and making its only requirements 60 prayer and the completion of Holy Grail. On top of that, a possible rare drop from lunar chests would lower the defensive bonuses of Perilous Moon's armor, allowing one defense purist to gain the powerful set effects, and providing an item sync to bring their prices back up. The proposed changes to restricted builds brought a little backlash, and the 2007 Scape subreddit is flooded with feedback from both sides. But then again, the Reddit is rarely a great representation of the entire community. As for myself, being a one defense and 10 HP Iron Man who can't do most medium achievement diaries because the silly defense XP on Nature Spirit, I'm open to giving Jagex a chance at this. Maybe I'm biased. And there's some other big news this week.
Yeah, so I was kind of talking about the one defense peers. They can do all the quests now, I think, or if this goes through. I like how RuneScape players just watch YouTube while grinding. Yeah. Yeah. I literally one day I was like, I should stream this. And now we're here. Oh, I can't get my mic right. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet for just a minute. Okay.
RuneFest is back on. March 1st and 2nd of next year, we'll see RuneFest finally returning after 5 years. It'll still be held in Birmingham, but at the National Exhibition Center. On top of this, 1,000 more tickets will be going on sale in the coming months. We'll keep you posted on when that will be. So make sure you're subscribed with bell notifications on. So there's this huge speedrunning event. It's called Games Done Quick. Maybe you've heard of it. Well, a cold one got...
Yo, thank you for the sub, Speakeasy. And thanks for chatting. Thanks for watching. The Alchemist. Do you have a Discord? Yes, I do. I'll get it for you real quick. Hold on. I'm streaming at my girlfriend's. That's why I have this little mic. But it's actually working out pretty well. Okay, that's not. Is that it? Nope, that's not it. Sorry, I'm getting it. I can't figure out what copy is on a Mac. It's... Hi there, your streaming is awesome, but notice you have a few viewers compared to your number of followers. Do you think we can chat? I'm streaming on YouTube mostly. Okay, here's my Discord. If anybody wants to join Discord, me and my girlfriend will be playing Jackbox a lot. You don't have to own the game, you just have to have a browser, and then you, whenever we play, you'll get a Jackbox, and then you'll enter in the code, and you can just play along. It's really fun. But if you want to join the Discord, I do at everyone whenever we play Jackbox, so... Yeah, there's that. Okay. Okay, back to the video.
RuneScape submitted into Games Done Quick, which is a huge milestone for RuneScape. Nobody's ever done this before. The run that he submitted was for Chambers of Xeric. And so what he did was he actually competed with a Chambers of Xeric run live. And it's really intense because he only gets one shot at it. A deeper breakdown of his run will come in a future video. But this exposure for Old School is incredible for the community.
So before we get started, we do need to cut off the bid war right now. What is the result? What kind of shoes am I wearing today?
You are going to be wearing the mole slippers.
Woo! Yeah. Spicy. You know, I was hoping for the fancies, but I cannot deny the mole slippers. See if we can get a close-up on that really quick. Look at them. Beautiful.
Foe's looking for an enhanced seed on his duo hardcore group Iron Man. And after weeks of grinding just after All-Stars, he's gotta be tired. Whoa, that was close.
I read X clicked Hunlift there. That might be the closest I've ever been to death at...
Oh yeah, we saw this earlier. He almost died, that's crazy.
CG.
Alright, what happens?
No Monkey's experimenting at Nex and has found something strange.
Hello?
Fear the shadow.
Oh, we're in shadow.
Flood
There's
my
no
lungs with
Wait,
blood.
what the fuck?
I demand a blood sacrifice.
Wait, what? That's so weird. Like, I knew that was supposed to happen, but the way it happened was strange. The phase was just... Okay. Okay, yeah, there you go. So we're in blood phase now. That's so weird. Then we killed Kror. Okay, so she can advance a single phase at a time, but because I killed Umbra, she advanced 2 phases because there's no Umbra there. So she skipped Fumus because she saw a mage died, Went to check Umbra. Oh, there's no Umbra. Skip straight to Bloodface. That's what happens. Okay. So when you kill Glacies, it goes straight to Shadow. And then if you kill Cruor, it would go to Bloodface. And then Umbra, and the next would say, hey, there's no Cruor here. Okay, going to Glacies. Oh, there's no Glacies. P5.
Yo. Yo, you PM me. You PM me the setup on Discord? Hell yeah. Thank you so much, man. I'm definitely gonna look at that. I can't wait to show my girlfriend. That's gonna be so cool. Cause we were thinking like this whole time, we were like, man, we're gonna have to like build you a computer. Completely forgot about that. That's gonna be awesome.
You fell for the oldest play in the book, baby. You didn't have anything.
Vero submitted a video of him getting attacked by a PKer in the Rev Caves, but he's not going down without a fight, which immediately starts throwing the PKer off. Okay, a didn't.
Yo, I gotta find my cat real quick. I'll be right back.
Bulwark when he started the fight. In desperation, the PKer tries to get a freeze escape.
Oh my god!
605 mil. Tyran is ranked 2 at Theater of Blood, with over 11,000 raids.
We found him, guys. He's in the closet. He looks really cute, though. He's just like curled up in like a little ball.
Joey Watermelon just helped his friend get a 500 kit, but he decides to loot the chest outside of the raid.
I've never been more mad in my life.
What'd you do?
It doesn't give a kit from out here.
Where apparently he did not get the kit.
You're joking. Nice try. Nice try, buddy.
I didn't get the call log. What the f is that?
Probably to prevent people from dropping them easily to get multiple in a row.
Wait, what?
That stings. Pure Spam's been practicing Deep Wilderness PvP and has increased his risk a lot lately.
No shot. Oh, I almost smited him, but I missed a tick. Cringe. He is not happy. He is not happy at all. I almost smited him, but I missed a tick. I think I would have got him for the Void Waker otherwise. The genie. No. What do we get? That's a big set PK. Oh, wait, I did smite him. He didn't get his prayer back up. Oh, he redemption flicked and didn't get protect item back on. 192 mil. Oh, baby, that's why he said cringe. He was not happy.
But later, something really catches his eye.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Look who it is. All right, we got an even bigger fish to fry now. Ellie Man. Woo. Ellie Man's back, baby. All right, here we go. Very hard to kill, though, obviously. Come on. No shot. Oh, my God. No way. What a move by me as well. I 1 HP'd him. I red barred him for 2.5 bill. I can't believe that. All right, he's got vengeance up, so be careful. No way! We actually got him! A 2775! What a stack! That is so much money! I did not expect that. I also looted a Spectre of one of my viewers, Orpha-G, shout out. Oh my God, how much is that? How much is that? Oh, 1.7 bill!
From Discord submissions, Split is doing some 86 mil, not bad for a few ticks of work. Tedious needs Mystic Dusk to progress his collection log to count.
Just get all the bad stuff gone? Yeah, good. Just get rid of all of it. I don't need any of this. Yeah, Rune Ore, don't need that. Uncut Diamonds, get rid of it. Torstal Seeds, don't need any of this shit. Redwood Tree Seed, you can have that as...
I'd log off for a few days if that was me, just like we're doing with this video. I hope you guys enjoyed Poison Potion's guest hosting over the last few videos. I had been visiting family, so I let him take over the channel for a little bit. But now I'm back home and ready to prepare for while Gothic sleeps. And we'll be back on Monday. Hope my American friends had a great Independence Day and that they're shooting fireworks with levels now instead of lighters. I've been your host, ChemQ, and I'll see you on Monday.
I get it, with levels instead of lighters. I actually didn't gain a level on 4th of July.
Good morning, gamers. Welcome back to Behemoth. We have a bunch of stuff to talk about today. Namely, what I thought was the unluckiest pet of all time, but we did a little digging. Turns out it's a little deeper than that. The game jam has been a constant point of contention, so we're going to talk a little bit about that. And also, you guys might remember a cold one doing the GDQ run yesterday for CM Solo Chambers. They did, in fact, post the entire run on their YouTube channel, and it's like one of the most viewed videos they have right now, so that's awesome. Shout out RuneScape. Anyway, let's get into some clips. We're going to start off with Foe.
I red X clicked Hunlift there. That might be the closest I've ever been to death at CG. Phew! That wake you up. Man, did I just have a no shit moment.
Foe's not the only one struggling today, because we have George in the Inferno.
Bro, I'm getting hangry as well. This is bad.
Not bad, I already watched this. Or was it just the beginning? No, I watched the whole thing.
Dude, here's another clip.
Sorry. There's probably other ones. Oh, we have Otoblock.
I'm the creator that is firing.
Is this a skiller account? No. It's just a main account. I'm an Iron Man. An Iron Man.
To watch. Or the Top Tuesday with Prison Joe. Actually, you know what? Let's circle back to this. PKing Popular Streamers Part 2.
You guys showed a lot of support for the last one, so here it is. PK.
I'm in this, guys. This is 6 years ago and I'm in this. 6 years ago when I was first becoming a streamer. Whoever remembers this clip, you're a fucking OG and you'll forever...
Yeah, you get it? Because I'm wearing iron. I'm not really an Iron Man, though. I just thought it would be a funny joke. And it was.
Be an OG.
More RuneScape streamers, except with a twist. If a streamer is able to beat me in a 1v1, then I will give them a reward.
Alpha Q, thank you, that's T1er.
However, if they are unable to beat me, then they die, and no reward for them. First up is someone who I watch pretty often, Guns Chili, and I wanted to see if I could just declaw rush him. I didn't actually expect.
Oh my god, wait, that was Chili 6 years ago?
Pretty often, Guns Chili.
Chili chat, Chili!
And I wanted to see if I could just declaw rush him. I didn't actually expect to get into any fights with him. Yeah, that's about right.
Last week, and it counted. Whoa! Come back, fight me, puss.
I also went back up there to rush him again, but one of his friends hopped on me. Alright, time to 1v1 him now. Yeah. I knew he was gonna die there, dude. I knew it.
Oh, that's dumb. Oh, I'm dead. God damn it.
If you guys watched the last one, then I think you'll remember who this is.
I'm actually working on getting stats in my Iron Man for Song of the Elves. Oh, yo, that's awesome. That's super big. That's like big, big, big. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh well, I'll remember later.
Oh, we teleblocked.
Oh, I was gonna say I love how it says it's Otoblock reacting. He reacts to Frame's video, but he's just eating. At least I put like watch party instead of reaction. Yo, I want I want both of these nuts. No, but I really do want a Bofa in Crystal Armor. That's what I'm trying to get.
Me.
That's the go.
No, he didn't. She said he teleblocked me. No, he didn't. That was your fucking. It says your burning aimlet has 3 uses left. You did not get teleblocked.
Oh. No! Fucking piece of shit!
Yes. Yes, finally! Yes!
You know, Framed had her stream open and he was like, I can't wait till she teleports in and get a reaction. Framed was hella getting that shit. Like, he stood there for 45 minutes waiting for that TP. Bro, hella stood on that hell.
Legit tried to find her for an hour. I found her world, then she hopped again. So it took that long.
Framed. That wasn't really framed. Was that you? I hate you. I hate you so much. I want my stuff back.
For those who don't remember what happened last time, I didn't really have much of a chance to actually go and kill her aside from doing a double D claw, so I failed, didn't get good RNG, and she's called me a bad PKR ever since. Well,
Fucking piece of shit!
I want to 1v1 and see if you can kill me. I'll give you something if you can. Goddamn.
number 20 or something, legit, dude. I kept doing this a lot. Yeah. What?
I was just reading the comment. Reaction to reaction to a reaction video. We out here reacting, baby boy. This is like Jimmy and the Asmongold reaction. Yo, and then Nine Rain reacted to it. Ooh, we should watch that. I never watched it. Hold up. And we're not gonna we're gonna finish this, but we're gonna watch this next. Hold up. It's Nine Rain's reaction. I don't know what it was called though. Yeah, there we go. Nine Rain reacts.
Okay.
To it, and it's an hour and 43 minutes. That's gonna be super funny. Alright, sorry. Back. React of a react of a react. Oh yeah. But yeah. Wait, what do we have after this? Okay, maybe we watch. Alright, maybe I'm gonna run a poll. We can watch. There's 2 different Nine Rain videos. I think I'm gonna run the poll until the end of this video, so that'll be like 9 minutes. How should I word it though? Let's see. Which Nine Rain video? Yo, I'm so sorry that the mic just fell. I don't know if that was loud. Hold on. Okay. So, the poll is going to be which Nine Rain video, and then it's going to say an actual video, which is like the actual video he made, or him reacting to Jimmy. And that's going to be the poll. Oh, dang. I should have edited it. I couldn't see you guys. 9 rain reaction or 9 rain Barlamore. Yeah, that would have been better. That would have been better. Alright, but yeah, so there's a poll. If you want to watch this 9 rain video, I locked myself to Varlamore for 2 weeks. Click for the regular one or whatever I picked. And then if you want to see the Jimmy one, where he reacts to Jimmy and Asmongold. Wait, he reacts to Jimmy, reacting to Asmongold, reacting to Jimmy, and then it's him reacting to that. Okay, and then you're gonna be watching me react to that. Oh, my brain. Alright.
There it is, finally. Took us like 20 fights, legit.
Literally don't know what for you. Just kill me, do it, yes, yes! Finally someone died, good fight. Oh man, I've never been so happy to die in my life, bro. 25 matches, good fight, dude, good fight, man.
I wasn't kidding that it actually took that long.
Framed? You framed in here, dude?
Is what long? Is what flashing?
Yo, let's go, bro.
Well, he's a max peer, so we're gonna be doing double G maul to Elder Maul whack. And honestly, when it comes to that, it's pretty much just RNG. So these fights, they're not really gonna last long. This guy's a pretty good chance at actually killing me. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my goodness, it stacked him out so hard.
Ooh! GF. Ah, I really want a rematch, man. I really want a rematch. Let's do it, man.
After that, he challenged me to a best of 3. So if he can kill me 2 more times, then he wins the reward. Oh, it got me. Good fight. Dude, I messed up. Alright. He has to kill me.
Bro, I feel like even 6 years ago, as years go by, since we're in 2024 of RSPVP, I think we're at the peak of RSPVP. I don't think people can get better. Like the skill cap that we've hit, there's nothing much to work on. Like really, even for me, I think I'm at the pinnacle. I'm like at the top of the pyramid. There's nothing that I can work on anymore. It's crazy. I'm serious. Don't auto cap me. I'm being serious. Like as years go by, right? You start to notice how shit we were back in the day or whatever. Like, it's just crazy because Framed and this guy's just so fucking ass, right? But now if they probably did this again with each other, they'd probably be 100 times better.
One more time, and then he wins.
What, tell that to your hardcore. But I AAA on my hardcore and I died. Yeah, I could have prevented it, but like, come on, dude. You know, it's so sad. Like, sometimes I just want to cry when I think about it. I'm not gonna lie. Why is my hardcore gone? What about skill specs? Why can't he kill fish in 2024? I don't know, bro. Skill specs is a different case. Like, that brother just doesn't eat. I don't know why. Like, I don't even have an answer for that. Don't answer that, man. Skilly, why are you still here? You know what? Just enjoy the show, Skilly.
Whew. Guys, you cannot survive that. That was a 600
Yes, you can.
EXP drop. 600 EXP drop, guys.
Alright, 1-1.
Oh, this is when G-Moles were still not in the ornament mall thing.
Oh, that's, yeah.
See, like, that guy didn't even single eat.
Ooh, that's close,
crazy.
Man. He was good. He was good, man. That got super close.
Who's going in? Who's going in? Oh, yeah. Good fight, man.
Want a 1v1, dude. Framed! Look at my hair, chat. Look at my hair. I had 3.4k followers at the time on Twitch. Look at that. Look at that. This was like, wait, how long ago was this? This is July 25, 2018. What is that, like that's like exactly like 5 years ago, right? Wait, that's not 5 years ago. That's 6 years ago. I'm about to be 6 years ago. Damn, 6 years ago this was. Damn, I had a lot of hair though. It was kind of receding still though. This was when I was 19. Why is your name Clown Fetish? Funny story about that account actually. A viewer loaned me that account and I used it. Who remembers what happened to this account? If you guys remember this, you're a fucking genius. Like, you are like the pinnacle of OG. It got banned. No, Handsome Billy got it. The guy recovered the account. I lost my Tebow and 1 bill cash. Fuck you, Clown Fetish, if you're still watching my stream till this day. Fuck your mother as well. He recovered the account and took my fucking 2 bill bank that I had.
Ah! What are you trying to whisk, my brother? Challenging the almighty Holy Rock.
So instead of just doing
I was so confident. I'm so retarded, bro. I was such a child back then, honestly. I completely admit that. Like, I was... like, bro, I was so fucking retarded. You know what's crazy? I was just in a risk fight as well. Look at me. So I was already in the sweat mood, right?
Would do some Bridding. I haven't actually Bridded in a while, so he actually has a pretty fair chance to kill me here. I'm really not great with DH Bridding, but let's see if we can make anything happen.
Funny story about this guy, by the way, Queso. Anybody knows what happened to him? I know what happened to him. The question is, do you guys know what happened to him? He scammed 7 bill debt and then disappeared from the PKing scene completely, never to be seen again. Thank you. I just had to say that.
Oh! Yeah, nothing new. Oh!
Bro, this death was so tilting. Because he whipped me a 0 and still double mauled off a 0 and hit a 70 maul. Look at this.
Oh my gosh! He's gonna be so pissed.
He's still barraging me in Eventic. He's still barraging me in Eventic. What the? Yeah, this game is great, man. This game is great, man. I don't understand anymore. It's like this enemy hit me with the tentacle on my head. Keep hitting me till I pass out and end up on Lumbridge. I'm sick of this damn spawn every day. I see this Edgeville shit every day.
Bro didn't say a single word since I'm watching. You should go back like 30, 45 minutes and then watch from there. And you can hear me talk that entire time.
Double mode 34, double mode 42. Every day is the same outcome. I can't take it anymore. I'm in 18 build debt and I'm still losing. Oh, man!
Oops, I think I broke him.
Yo! Bro, this was like 6 years ago. I was in debt at the time in RS. That's crazy. 18 bill back then, 6 years ago, was like 100 bill now, I feel like. Oh, do you got a fake tan on? No, I just was going in the fucking sun back then. Nowadays, I'm a fucking cave crawler and I just stream all day. I don't go outside, bro. I stay inside nowadays. What the hell, Michael Raxon? I know, right? I literally had like a different skin color back then. It's because this was like 6 years ago, 7 years ago or whatever. But I would still go outside and fucking work at my dad's shop in the sun because you have to jack up cars and the fucking sun is blaring at you.
Hey, man, this game is great, man. I don't understand anymore. It's like this enemy hit me with the tentacle on my head. Keep hitting me till I pass out and end up on Lumbridge. I'm sick of this damn spawn every day. I see this Edgeville shit every day.
Yo. Odoblock had hair. What the fuck? Was that him?
Jack up cars and the fucking sun is blaring at you.
Hey, man, this game is great, man.
Bro, he had hair? What? I never knew him with hair. That's crazy. He lost it all from all that yelling. The bald crusader for president. You think children are born bald? Yeah, Odoblock was. It's just so weird. Like I kind of don't like him with hair. Like I don't want to watch him. But without hair, I want to watch him. I don't know. Sorry, this is just crazy to me. I only started watching him like a year ago.
I don't understand anymore! It's like this enemy hit me with the tentacle on my head, keep hitting me till I pass out and end up in Lumbridge. I'm sick of this damn.
And he had the goatee. The goatee is what gets me. He had the goatee.
I'm an 18 build that.
That's a
And I'm still losing.
What, a challenge for him to a rematch? I have, like a year ago. I actually like kind of feel bad for what I did. Like, you guys would go crazy. Like, look at this. I hit 65 out of 92 hits off protect. He hit me 31 out of 89. He did 35%. I did double his percentage, and it was that close. This game is shit, man. And then I said, listen, I'll only use 4 anglers. And then I shit on him again. And then chat was like, oh, to use swordfish. And I shit on him on swordfish as well. Bro, I feel bad. Like, guys, I actually feel bad. I'm gonna tell him straight up, I got gifted subs to do this. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not trying to disrespect him. I'm not.
I got gifted subs to do this. I'm sorry. Hey yo, what's up? Is Odoblock okay? He's always seems possessed. Yeah, I feel like most of that's an act, but probably not all of it. He does scream a lot. Did you see when Odoblock, when he was Trills in debt? No. I've only started watching him like a year ago, maybe 6 months. I've only known like bald Odoblock who switched from YouTube to Kick. Like I started watching him like as soon as he did that, or like a little bit before that. Or I've always watched him on YouTube, so I'm like, oh, and go staking. Yeah, I heard he gambled a lot. I heard a lot of people gambled a lot. I'm glad he doesn't anymore. I mean, I guess he does. Does he? I have no idea. Oh, I guess he stakes. Same thing. That's crazy. Like, what do you do? Did he just, like, keep gambling? Did he have a kid at that point? That's crazy. Now he gets, like, 40,000 viewers on Kick. Someone should make, like, a video on Odoblock. Like, about his whole life. Death matching is the new staking. Oh. Top 5? I think Odoblock's probably like, yeah. Actually, I mean, maybe the best, but I don't know. It's hard to tell with RuneScape PvP. Once you get up into like his level. Yeah, and people are staking like 50 bill and stuff, and I'm like, how much is money? Like, is it a bill of RuneScape gold? Like, that's still like hundreds of dollars, right? Like, you're staking bills? Like, isn't that like you're staking like $10,000-$20,000, right? Whenever you're staking like 50 bill. Oh, 18 cents per mil. That's still a lot of money though. Like 50 bill. That's crazy.
Not even lying. You see how? Fuck. Shit. Shit. Yo, I'm not talking shit, bro. I'm not. I like framed. Everybody in the chat put respect. Like, we like.
I forgot this video is about to be over. Oh yeah, the poll. What'd you guys vote for? The actual video. I think I worded that wrong. Alright, we're gonna do it. Sorry, I should have. Yeah, with that 50,000 mils, that's 9,000 US dollars. Yeah, that's a lot of money. That's crazy. Hold on, I'm gonna run another poll real quick because people probably didn't know what that meant. So I'm gonna type a new one. Get ready to vote. Okay, the poll is live. We're gonna let it go for probably like a minute or two, and then actually maybe like 30 seconds. I don't know. Sometimes when I'm home alone, I like to go into my garden, cover myself with dirt, and pretend I'm a carrot. But I do the same thing, except I stick my feet into the ground and then spread my arms out like a bush, and then I pretend I'm a bush. I like to pretend I'm a blueberry bush sometimes. Wait, who? Nine Rain? I feel like he's the chillest in the party, but dying of social awkwardness inside. Wait, you talking about the carrot guy, or you talking about Nine Rain? Or Jimmy? Favorite shrub? Favorite shrub? Shoot. Is a blueberry bush a shrub? Oh, Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy just gives off that, he seems very, like, well-spoken and able to talk very well. It's a fruiting bush. You called it a bush, though. Okay, cool. We're gonna watch the Nine Rain video. Reacting to Jimmy, I think. Do blueberries have seeds? I actually don't know. I don't think so. Do they? They have to have seeds, right? Every fruit has seeds. If no, it's not a fruit. Oh. Yeah. Looks like it has to have seeds. No, it's a berry. Is a berry a fruit? We're getting into technicalities here. Is a berry a fruit? A berry is a fruit? Okay. Answered that one. Do blueberries have seeds? Yes, blueberries contain seeds. Okay. There's 50 seeds in a blueberry. Wow, I learned something new today. That means I eat like, bro, I eat like 1,000 blueberry seed babies every day. I'm a blueberry murderer. I'm a blurderer. I'm a murberry. I'm a murderberry. I'll switch videos. We can do Markiplier after this one. No, I'm gonna get done with this. I promise. It's gonna happen. Alright, so does the computer freeze? No. No. Oh, it didn't. Okay. So the mouse doesn't work. That's not good. I don't like doing it with my fingers on the mouse pad, bro. Now I gotta use a trackpad or restart the computer. I'm gonna use the trackpad. I think that's gonna be the play. Where's this music coming from? Bro, help. Help. I don't know what's happening. Where is this? So I'm freaking out a little bit. Hopefully you guys didn't hear that music. My blueberry, Mr. Blueberry must be a very happy man. I'm a berry, I'm dead. You're Violet Willy Wonka? Yes. Wait, I keep doing that. Okay, I got the battle stats. We just need the earth and the fire orbs. Okay, everybody get your poppy corns and stuff. We have an hour and 45 minutes of 9 rain. Reacting to Jimmy. Reacting to Asmongold. Reacting to Jim. I messed that up. It's gonna be good. Okay.
Okay, what's up guys? So Jimmy made a video about MMOs and then Asmongold reacted to that video and then Jimmy reacted to Asmongold's reaction to that video and then as a response to further that line of thinking, Jimmy made another video which Asmongold reacted to, again, specifically about nostalgia, and then Jimmy reacted once more to that reaction of the video that was a reaction of all the videos in consecutive order are just going to be linked in the description. So if you have the context, welcome. If you don't have the context, that's okay. Welcome. I'm going to watch Jimmy's video and react to the reaction of the, I think you get it at this point. If we come down to Jimmy's latest reaction video, we have Bro, This Is Unhinged. And then we have 9 Rain has the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever with reacting to this. Of course, I think he means by reacting to this. So Jimmy gives us a little intro that just basically says he doesn't mind Asmongold reacting to his stuff, and then mentions how this is all in good fun, which, welcome. Hello, this is all in good fun. So I guess we'll just get to it.
Let's watch a video where he says a lot of stupid shit that I'm gonna disagree with and win the argument about. RuneScape doesn't need nostalgia, I say.
Old school RuneScape is often paired with the word nostalgia.
By the way, first 3 seconds in, I already got my first pause. Asmon, if you're ever watching my
I've just realized I'm like in front of Jimmy. Okay, I think this is going to be more difficult than I thought, but we'll probably go right above Jimmy right here.
videos, Bottom left.
The game currently stands in its
Look at
11th
this.
year of existence and takes place
Can't
in
even
the
see
top
my face.
3 most played MMORPGs. And I
I
am
see
here
so,
to
yes.
say that nostalgia has not been a driving force to get Old School to where it is right now. In fact, I would argue that nostalgia has
Little
never
more.
been a true contributor to Old School success. It's not the
Yeah, no, I actually agree with that. People give me the nostalgia thing all the time, and I just don't think that's true. I mean, it might make the game more fun for you, but I played the game back since Classic all the way up until like 2006, 2007, whenever they ruined the game. And then I quit, and I didn't come back till like 2018, and...
You move your face cannon. Bro, hold on. Yeah, this is so funny. I wish that could be so much louder. Because I would be talking every like 5 seconds. This hour and 43 minutes would be like 6 hours. I don't want to be too loud though. I can't do it. I just gotta talk every now and again.
And when I started playing again, the game was so different even by then. And more than that, the things that I was doing were so different, the community was so different, and the way that you play through the game, and the fact that there was Iron Man and all that stuff. Nothing that I did was nostalgic. But like, I used to merch, and you'd stand in Falador and type and stuff, and
Yeah, I just play the game because it's fun. Like, whenever I was playing World of Warcraft, I guess nostalgic got me into the game, but it didn't keep me in the game. It being fun kept me in the game. But I was playing World of Warcraft and I got bored, so I was like, I'll just play some RuneScape. And then I ended up loving it, so I was like, I'll just keep playing RuneScape and not play World of Warcraft because World of Warcraft sucks now.
so none of it's nostalgic to me. The music does make me feel nostalgic though. So I think that's just a...
Ooh, that is a good point. The music definitely makes me feel nostalgic too. I would definitely say that.
truth about music in general.
The reason any of us are here. See, recently I made this.
I'm gonna have my camera placed probably over his chat for most of the video, but for this part I want...
Bro, you just, your camera's with my camera now.
you to see. This is what we're dealing with here, all right? All these probably WoW players who were disappointed with their
Oh, it's cool. I think after this, yeah, the top right, we're good. We got it.
release of WoW Classic.
That's our spot. We're gonna take that spot.
Who didn't get to experience what
I know right now we're over Jimmy's face, but that only lasts for another second.
we experienced. I feel so sorry for them.
Okay, I've never played WoW, so if you're a WoW player, hello and welcome to the video. I've heard great things about all of you. I have really high expectations for how you might take this. But if I'm being honest, you're not worse than RuneScape players. We're probably worse. Maybe.
No, I don't know about that. I don't know. If you go to the like complete extremes, like if you go to World of Warcraft content creators and you go to old school RuneScape content creators, I feel like old school RuneScape's in a much better place mentally than World of Warcraft content creators, except maybe like Belior or something.
Chat was hard to watch. I'll be honest. This chat was egging him on with a lot of stupid shit. I got a quarrel with these people. Type in that shit.
OSRS came up a few times, and not to.
It was, I watched the original video that Asmongold did, and I thought of, I mean, like, I can see both sides. I try to see everyone's side. I try to see everyone's point and everything. and I don't know. His points weren't that great. But I was like, maybe I'm being biased because I love the game. But I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Pump my own tires or anything, but I think it was a pretty good video. However, you know, what I think about it doesn't matter because one of you people decided to send it over for a peer review. Which, first of all, you were supposed to send this one. I wanted that to be reviewed.
Look, I'll do that eventually.
Why
You
did
better.
still not watch this video?
Motherfucker, it's 40 minutes.
But it's
Yeah,
fine because
40 minutes. That's nothing to you.
Actually,
it is 40 minutes, but it's like he did every game in World of Warcraft. He tried all the games. And he leveled and like made the whole story about it. It was a really good video. I liked it. I'm glad this happened though. I like what's going on right now. Good.
and this video that I'm reviewing is an hour and 6 minutes, and I think every time it's just gonna keep getting longer. So this chain better stop at some point. Things are gonna get out of hand for sure. There's like 3 Jimmys, 2 Asmon Golds, and a 9 Rain on screen right now, and I don't actually know what to make of it. There's also a guy with his ass out right behind my head.
Fucking watch it. What else? You scrolling through Reddit? Open the damn video. Fucking watch it.
I'll watch it at some point.
Yeah, some point.
Yo, I really hope he watches it. That's gonna be a good one. Because Asmongold played World of Warcraft for so long, and then Jimmy just like came in and played it as a new player, and I would love to see what Asmon says. I mean, Asmon's takes, like, I watch all of his videos. His takes always aren't the best, but I mean, I see his point on all of his takes. But I see the point, you know, from everyone. I try to. I don't know.
Point.
That way I get the last word in, so I win arguments by default.
Look at this graph. This is terrible.
It's just beautiful.
Look at how good the motion capture is and how photorealistic Baldur's Gate 3 facial capture is.
Doesn't matter for an
I
MMO.
think that plays such a massive role in why.
I don't think I disagree with that. It doesn't matter for an MMO. Why not?
Wait for
Why
it.
the game is popular.
I don't think it matters so much either.
WoW doesn't even, when they're giving you a quest for the Alliance, he says, as he just said a novel of things to you, and I don't even.
For the Horde, actually, is what should have been
I
said.
think his mouth moves when he says for the Alliance.
Anyway.
Is anybody else lost? Does anybody else... I was fully prepared to react to this.
I'm actually not lost at all. That's the weird part, is I'm following everything very... I've seen every reaction to every video. I'm doing very well.
But I actually don't know how many layers deep we are at this point. I think this is the first video.
Yo, no, we're like 5. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I would be like the 5th layer. I'm like the 5th or 6th layer in here. I think I'm the 5th.
With Jimmy... Oh, fuck. I'm so confused. I'm gonna try and react to the Jimmy that's beneath me.
No, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm the 6th layer? No, I'm the 7th layer. No, 6th. 6th, 7th, something like that. You know, we're somewhere up there. We're getting up there. About to be at double digits.
And then the Asmongold at the top corner. Oh, God.
Wait, during this peer review, Asmon said something I've heard a lot.
If this game came out today, it wouldn't be as popular as it is. It only exists because people have nostalgia for it for 25 or 30 years.
See, and like Asmon thinks that because he thinks that people, like, you remember the game like World of Warcraft or old school RuneScape, you remember the game in your head. You're like, oh, I remember that game. Whenever you get bored of another game, you're like, oh, pops in your head, oh, RuneScape, oh, World of Warcraft, and you're like, let me go try that out. And it's the reason why a lot of people come back to the game, which, I mean, I don't disagree, because a lot of people do go back to the game because they think, oh, I remember playing this game, it was fun. But it doesn't get people to stay.
Oh, so this is actually what he's referring to, probably with the response video that said RuneScape isn't popular because of nostalgia. Okay, yeah, I agree with Jimmy here. I don't know. I think the charm of RuneScape is how shitty it looks, and that's like half of the fun. And the fact, I mean, WoW players should know this better than anybody. WoW is cartoonish. And like, that's one of the reasons it holds up is it's not attempting to be something else. Do I think RuneScape is a great looking game? No, not really. It does look stupid, but that's why we like it. That's actually why we like it.
That's the main reason.
And that must.
And that's why we have plugins and 117 HD.
Have been the tip of the iceberg.
He's
for
not
me
happy
because
about
I
that.
opened a Word document and here we are. As someone who has 2 different old school RuneScape series that can be linked directly to nostalgia, I'm here to set it straight. When I say this, I'm not just talking about MMORPGs. Old school RuneScape is one of the greatest video games ever made. Nostalgia.
No, that's true. I actually think that that's probably true. Do I?
He said he thinks that's true? No, it's 100% true. Definitely true.
Do I think that that's true? I think one of the things that makes it so good is that it's shitty. And by that I mean like Dark Souls or something. Like the game's always... The amount of times that I've been playing RuneScape and I'm just...
You started playing in 2001 and you definitely come back for nostalgia. Yeah, you come back for nostalgia, but you stay because it's a good game. Or maybe you don't. I don't know.
It's like, what the fuck is wrong with the people who made this game? Why do I have to suffer through this to get the things that I want? But it's precisely the act of suffering through things to get the things that you want that gives you that sense of accomplishment when you finally did them. And in some sense, the suckier the thing you had to get through to get the thing that you want, the better the feeling as you move towards your goal. So I actually think that might be, RuneScape might be up there like top 10 greatest games of all time.
Has not done the legwork to get it.
What do you mean top 10? What? I'd say top 3.
There. But I'm not in the mood to talk about it because I'm hungry and my personal chef is going to make me not hungry anymore.
I'm not even going to show the chat.
Oh, I see.
Because they suck.
Hello, I'm not the same guy. I'm a chef. When Jimmy hired me, I didn't know how to...
No, it definitely is addicting, but why would you play it if you didn't have fun? I guess addiction's fun. I don't know.
cook anything. They told me to apply to as many jobs.
We don't talk. Yeah, no one talks about RuneScape 3. No one. Yeah.
Really good. Just lie on my resume.
But, oh yeah, I guess you must have watched my videos.
I did. This is actually directly inspired by some shit he was saying about telling people to lie on their resume. And I kind of took that and made fun of it with this guy lying on his resume and getting hired for something.
So you're telling me that Jimmy watched a video of Asmongold where he talked about lying in your resume and then he put it in an ad for the video here that Asmongold reacted to, and then Jimmy reacted to that, and here we are watching the ad based on
that he should not have gotten hired with. I kind of forgot about
I mean, yeah, that's kind of correct, but then you add another layer, and I'm watching it, so...
that when I came up with the idea, but I was just like toying with the idea of lying on your resume, and the last time I saw that or listened to that was him saying it on a video to people, and it just made me think, like, what kind of dumbass is gonna lie about being a chef on their resume or something? It'd be really silly.
I think that, by the way, I think nostalgia plays a huge role. It plays a tremendous, insurmountable role. And I think that we'll get a comparison, because that new game that RuneScape, one of the developers or makers of RuneScape, is making, what's it called? I think it's like something with it starts with a W or something like that, like
Brighter
Shores, maybe? Like, what is it
Brighter
again?
Shores.
Brighter Shores. Yeah, there you go. Brighter Shores. Well, we're going to have to wait and see. Yeah, let's see what happens, because...
So, obviously, very silly thing to say immediately. So, Brighter Shores, yes, is a game being developed by...
Yeah, so, like, it's being developed by the guy who made RuneScape, but it's like, how can you say that if Brighter Shores does good, that means RuneScape would do good now? Because they're two completely different games. Like, they're not the same game, just with better graphics. That would be 117 HD, but, like, I don't know. So, like, how do you make that comparison? I don't get that.
Andrew Gower, who along with his two other brothers, did create Old School RuneScape. And this is his personal, basically, retirement passion project. And you could definitely tell that...
A retirement passion project? Damn, Jimmy. You're putting Andrew in that category already? I mean, maybe this is his, like, farewell. What do they call that?
Like, I don't expect this to beat out RuneScape. I don't know. I definitely don't expect that.
What's it called when a composer writes their last song? Whatever, you know what I'm saying.
There are RuneScape 3 looking aesthetics here, but honestly, that's about it for comparison.
Maybe it's a fun game. I don't know. I'm going to try Brighter Shores, but I do think it's kind of a false comparison, but that's fine.
This is not going to be another RuneScape. It's going to be not really much like it at all. In my comments section of my MMO video, the hearted comment at the top was mentioning Brighter Shores, and I had not included it in the final draft of the video. I was being very harsh on Brighter Shores, so I didn't want to include it because I felt kind of rude, because I know a lot of people are looking forward to it. Since it was a discussion about the future of MMOs, like what the next big thing was.
Nothing like remembering you played the same game you found on mini clips or Newgrounds as a 10-year-old for 20 years to make you feel old. It doesn't make you feel old. It's just like, yo, I found this game whenever I was 10. Now I'm 30. And it's like, you're still playing, you're playing the same game, kinda, but you're not really playing the same game because they update it all the time. Like, you're doing different things all the time. I don't know. I don't feel bad about it. You're old. It makes me feel good.
I was going to be making the point in there that Brighter Shores is not that thing. Brighter Shores will have a little bit of success. A lot of RuneScape players are going to try it out. A handful of them might stay there. I really don't see this being like a big mass appeal game. I truly do think this is just Andrew.
I'm literally 30. Stop it. Yo, dude, I mean, yeah, I got about 6 months left. We're all getting there. But I don't feel, I still feel like I haven't aged at all. Like, I'm still playing RuneScape, watching RuneScape, like, I don't know. That's cool. Stop it, just play the video.
Drew Gower's passion project that he's been working on and excited to put out. It's his game that he's envisioned for a while now. I can't tell. There's not much we know. We don't know enough about Brighter Shores.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Brighter Shores. We'll see. I mean, we'll just play the game, and if it's fun, it's fun. What makes RuneScape...
That's what I was thinking. It's just like, whenever it comes out, hope it's fun, but I just don't think, like, the whole entire player base of RuneScape is not going to go over to Brighter Shores. Like, it's just not going to happen.
So playable for so long is the fact that so many people are doing it. Like, it's kind of one of those things, like, once you have stuff, you get stuff. Having a big player base already, and I know RuneScape didn't start that way back in the day. Obviously, nothing starts that way. But having a big player base already means that your accomplishments mean something to other people. So, I don't know. We'll see with Brighter Shores. I don't even know if it's going to be like an MMO or open world. Not really open world, but I don't know if there's going to be some kind of MMO-style economy, or if it's going to be... I guess it's going to be an online game. I don't know.
Shores to really say whether or not we think it's going to, you know, do super well or going to be fun. I don't know what I'm looking at.
I mean, imagine, like, saying it's going to do so well and it not be an online game. It would have to be online.
I know that you walk on squares. I know there's skilling. I know that it's not going to be on a tick system. People are chopping trees.
Isn't everything on a tick system? Am I crazy? I mean, it's not going to be like a RuneScape tick system, maybe, but
I'm pretty sure even World of Warcraft is on a tick system.
Technically, you're always measuring the passage of time in a game on some metric, right? And those are ticks. Whatever.
Mysteries, you know, puzzles, it looks like. I don't know. It's
a lot of the base game is going to try it. Yeah, I think probably a lot of the base game is going to try it. But, like, you got to get people to stay, and then all the people that know about RuneScape that don't even know about Brighter Shores, you got to get them to find out about it. A couple months into playing the game for the first time, I don't know what a peer was. My brain was Like, well, duh, it's a lower level than you, so you should try to kill him early or easily. Dang. You got possessed to go Rambo. Games have tick systems, but still, if it's higher, then you won't notice it. Yeah. That's all, like World of Warcraft, you don't really notice it that much. If it even is a tick system. Super Mario 64 is on a tick system. Every game does. I'm just getting here. What is the top of the video of? Oh, the topic. Yo, it's so. It would just. It's a lot to explain. It's basically. Jimmy made a video, Asmongold reacted to it, Jimmy reacted to that one, Asmongold reacted to that one, and then 9rain is reacting to that one, and then I'm reacting to that one. So so this is like the sixth reaction. Sixth one, I think. Hardcore RuneScape players sync their heartbeat with in-game ticks. I wish I could. If that was easy, I would totally do that. That would be cool. Just every time your heart beats, you know that you, you just gotta click. Is that RuneScape? Yeah. The one on the YouTube is Brighter Shores, but they're talking about RuneScape, but also Brighter Shores.
It's hard to tell what's going on here. I don't know what the game's gonna be like. I don't know if these are all supposed to be players or NPCs, or if you're controlling multiple NPCs. I don't know. I am hoping for Andrew Gower's success. I'm not, you know, trying to put the game down in any way. I'm just saying it's probably not gonna have a big mass appeal like Asmon was, you know, kind of insinuating it will have if there's this much demand for a RuneScape-like game, because it's kind of a very reach of an argument putting Brighter Shores in the discussion of old school RuneScape's nostalgia. There's essentially no connection there. It's not going to be a good way to look at it. So I don't like the argument of Brighter Shores. He brings it up later, but just know that old school's nostalgia and success, you really can't use Brighter Shores and
Yeah, there's like a whole segment in here about Brighter Shores, about like if Brighter Shores does well, then we'll know that RuneScape does well. But it's like that whole argument's kind of dumb. But Brett, bro, I got old school RuneScape. That is awesome. That's what's up.
how that performs later on as a supportive argument because of how different this game is going to be. There's going to be no connection between this game and old school RuneScape. I really wouldn't look at Brighter Shores as any sort of comparison here. It's
now,
not.
obviously, it's not the same game, so it's like, it's hard to really compare. But the reason why people asked for old school RuneScape is fundamentally nostalgia. It's in the name. That's the reason.
You know, I think that's a fair point. If Old School RuneScape was released today, I don't think anyone would play it. If it didn't have a history, I think that's actually a good point. I don't think anyone would play it, but I also think that that's probably true for like most things, not even just games. Like if they released mail today and they were just like, look, you could send letters to people. It'd be crazy. I don't think anyone would download mail on Steam. So like the time that something came out is relevant, I guess, to whether or not people like it and use it. So
I mean, do you think though, if people downloaded it, eventually people would be like, "Wow, this game is amazing," or do you think people would be like, "Nah, this game's crap," and then just like blow it off like every other MMO? Or do you think it would gain traction? Like it would be like Power World, where it just blows up because everyone likes it, and no one's ever seen RuneScape before. Imagine if no one had ever seen RuneScape, and then it came out this year. Like, do you think you would play it? I don't know.
I think I agree with Asmon that if he's saying that if he released it today, no one would play it, he's right. True. I don't think that means that people are necessarily playing it because of nostalgia. And really the whole argument with, hey, you play RuneScape primarily for nostalgia is insinuating that it doesn't like have the gameplay or other reasons to back it up. And I'm not sure that that's true.
He says it's in the name.
Old school RuneScape is often paired with the word nostalgia.
Like, I do think nostalgia is a big part of like getting people to get on or download the game and play it. But keeping us here is, I mean, it's a fun game.
Yeah, which is understandable. It's in the name.
It is in the name.
Old school RuneScape. The game currently.
It's the first thing I said. You can't use that as an argument.
But if you contradicted yourself in the video, maybe he could. I mean, it is in the name. We've all said it now.
Asman, I already acknowledged that. That's a counterpoint that I've acknowledged immediately.
Fair enough.
That's a good ad.
That's actually a good move by Jimmy. Well played, Jimmy.
It's a very good ad.
For life. People are gonna think you got Ratatouille.
Yeah.
Hey,
use that code.
If he thinks this one's good, wait till the Starforge ad. I will be doing a Starforge ad.
Nostalgia in the video game world has become very messy because nowadays it's pretty common to weaponize nostalgia into this marketing tactic.
We weaponize nostalgia? Wait a minute, guys. First of all, that is the most buzzword thing I've heard Jimmy say all video. And we're going to go ahead and get this out of the way. What the fuck is a sentimental longing or wistful affection for the past, typically for a period or place with happy personal associations? What do they mean by sentimental? Oh no. They put nostalgia in the definition of sentimental. I guess we'll never know.
Just a little party trick they pull to make a...
Really quick, I'm going to plug my Discord. I'm going to go ahead and send it in chat in just a second. And if you're watching on YouTube after this, then it'll be in the description. But if you want to join my Discord, you can join it. We play Jackbox, mostly RuneScape stuff, but me and my girlfriend will be playing Jackbox. You don't have to own the game, you just have to have a browser. And you can play it with us. It's a really fun game to play with like the community and everything.
A quick buck at the expense of us remembering what it was like when our life was...
It used to be good. Yeah, I remember how it used to be. Back in my day, you know, I used to be on vent.
Simple and happy. Very kind of them. Most recently, you can look at the Star Wars Battlefront collection.
Wait a minute. Is Trump's Make America Great Again just a bid for nostalgia? Wait a minute. It's a nostalgic marketing tactic to evoke sentimental feelings of the past. No. By the way, I just watched the debate yesterday, and we're not going to go there because I don't think we have to. For the first...
Bro, the debate was so good. I didn't even see it. I just watched clips of it with Asman, or like Asman was watching clips of it. Bro, it was so good. I could not believe it was. I've never seen anything like that. It was like a reality TV show, but with the presidents.
First time in maybe my life, pretty much the entire American population agrees on something. We're fucked. It looks bad. It looks really bad. So that's, and we're...
Bro, it looks so bad. They were talking about their golfing. They were talking about golf swings, and they were lying about what golfing stuff. It was bad.
Moving on.
Ooh, that was
Classic
bad.
collection. When that thing was first announced, I thought I was going insane, seeing all the positivity surround
Vote with your
the
dollar.
announcement of that. Because everyone's just going bananas for this big release of the classic collection.
I can't imagine, like, because so remember whenever, I think it was Bluehole, whenever they made the remake of Demon Souls?
My twin was an art lead and a concept artist on that game, and like a lot of the shit that you'll see in that game, my twin.
Did he just say his twin? Nine has a twin?
My twin helped make it. And a lot of my friends too, actually. So if you guys remember from the Grardor video when I did the, I sold the disc plate with Nynaeve on it, and I said my twin drew it. That's why it was so good. Right? He painted it. That's why it was so good, because he's a professional and he worked on the game that Asman's talking about.
And it was just this amazing fucking like 4K quality, PlayStation 5, like incredible game. And it was the same price, I think, almost at least, as just a fucking reskin. Like, what? How do you do that?
If it wasn't this available thing to everybody with a semi-running computer, what was that about?
Blue Point? I don't remember.
$30 for a texture
It's Blue Point. It's Blue Point.
pack.
Blue
It's
Point.
that
Yeah,
kind
maybe.
of thing in the entertainment
Did I say Blue Hole? Asmund tricked me, I guess. It's Blue Point.
industry.
The
that
classic
has
collection pissed
put
me
this
off, dude.
negative connotation around the word nostalgia. Things like remastered games, their goal is for a quick cash grab, very short term. Get everyone to purchase it, never look at it again. But with a situation like old school RuneScape, it's not really the case of releasing something once and then forgetting about it just to make money for a second. Jagex really didn't want to do this whole old school idea, coming up with basically every excuse in the book not to do it. I'm sure most of you have seen the
Yes, I'm
famous
familiar
clip
with that.
of, you know, you think you do,
but
Isn't that crazy? The old school almost didn't happen. Like, it was just a vote.
you don't.
Yeah.
Vanilla WoW received when asked the question. Didn't exactly
That
age
guy.
that well, but honestly.
So this is actually interesting. There was a comment on my main video that made actually a really good point and said actually, because I said that didn't age well, but they said it actually did age well because of how Blizzard handled that. Because when they did release Classic, they were still set on the fact that players were looking for nostalgia. They were wanting to feel nostalgia, which is not what players wanted. That's not what they were asking for. They were asking the same thing that old school was, and said, we liked the game a lot more back then. The game was just fundamentally better back then. That's what old school RuneScape players wanted. I wish I would have articulated this more when I was making the video and writing the script, but obviously a lot of this stuff, my comment section and just feedback I get on it will put the ideas in my head like, man, like I wish I would have worded that that same way, you know. So it's hard to, you know, get everything said that I want to say when I'm making the video, but that was a really good point that it actually did age well. The devs said you think you do, but you don't, because they never got the whole nostalgia thing out. It's the reason that they have that middle server that is going with the expansions. It's like repeating nostalgia bait, and that's all they're doing.
Okay, so I actually think Jimmy's kind of making a decent point here. I think the point here is that what gamers are trying to say is like, hey, you made a good game and then you screwed it up along the way. Can we just get the good game back? Whenever RuneScape announces a new update for OSRS, people freak out and they get really attached to whether or not the game is getting easier or harder. And I understand protecting the integrity of the game, but easier and harder are relative and don't really matter in the end of things. As far as I'm concerned, what you should be striving for is a play experience and game design that's consistent and coherent throughout the entire game, that is fun, difficult, rewarding, sometimes easy, sometimes monotonous, sometimes really involved, sometimes some AFK, and all this talk about nostalgia or not nostalgia, new versus old, I don't think it really matters. It's like if you make a good game and it's fun to play, nobody cares. People don't care. When a new game comes out, they're not like, this is nostalgic, we wanted nostalgia. It just make a good game. And what's good? I don't know. Do people like playing it? And are they going to play it again?
I don't know if people like playing it. Pretty much, though.
The only thing that really came out of classic WoW that was different, that saw a crazy amount of success, was hardcore. Classic hardcore.
Well, you had people like freaking hashtag no changes and all that.
From the original.
And then everyone else was like, nah, we should actually make some changes.
Like the 2006 version of the game, which is, some people try to correct me on it. It was like, oh, it's 2004. That was when Classic WoW came out. The Classic WoW that we can play is 2006. It's a 2006 backup of the game. When they introduced a hardcore mode, the official one, not the plugin, the OnlyFans stuff was happening, and WoW had a crazy big burst of views, and watched a bunch of big creators take part in a hardcore WoW account. The raids happening. It was amazing. They should have done that years ago. They just didn't capitalize on it. I still don't think to this day that Blizzard realizes that that was not because of nostalgia. that succeeded as well as it did. The reason that they saw such a crazy boom of subs was not because people felt nostalgia playing a hardcore account. Nobody played a hardcore account before this. No one was playing hardcore accounts in 2006. WoW. Nobody. That would have been the stupidest idea you could possibly give to anybody in 2006. When they tried something like that, and you see how much creators can do with something like that, especially with creators as big of communities as they have, like Soda Pop, and building that entire guild from the ground up, getting a bunch of creators that normally don't even play WoW to try it. How much more proof do you need that just using 2006 WoW and innovating different systems, integrating different systems, can help the game out? They just didn't capitalize on it. Obviously, I'm not a WoW expert here. I can't really give suggestions that probably would be immediately countered. There just hasn't been attempts to play around with that classic WoW system and game engine. They're doing all this shit with like the expansions, like the Mists of Pandaria stuff, which I tried, and as somebody who did not experience Mists of Pandaria first, I was playing it as a newer player and was like, why the fuck am I doing this? What does this do for me? Like, I don't like this. Like, this isn't that fun. I mean, it's just leveling a WoW character a little faster again. Like, what is this? It was their take on a leagues, maybe? I don't know, whatever. WoW still, I don't think, has realized that nostalgia is not what players are wanting here. They're just wanting a better version of the game back.
Yeah, like I said, if you just make a good game, but people will play it.
Basically hitting that reset button and doing things differently. Build off that original engine. Don't change the core of the game. Make creative decisions about other parts of the world, different game modes, different new regions, whatever. New bosses. Blizzard's really frustrating looking in. They just have one of the greatest games to ever grace the video game world in the history of video games. And it's like, you see how much old school RuneScape did. And just how much potential was there. I don't know, man.
I'm actually baffled by that. As someone who's... I played World of Warcraft one time. I think I lied earlier and said I didn't ever play WoW. I played once when they re-released Classic. I played for like a week, and I went and I killed some boars, and I walked around and killed some bandits, and then did like the first raid or something like that. There were like windmills, and everything was kind of orangish colored. Fuck, this is so the worst. You all know what I'm talking about. It was called like West something, maybe, the area. Anyways, I just had a good time.
Is he talking about Westfall?
Walking around the game, exploring stuff, flying on like mount services from one city to the next. I've actually never felt immersed in a game like I did when I played WoW that one time. And it didn't really stick with me. I didn't play super long. But I'm constantly baffled by the fact that they haven't done even the basic innovations and just stolen the game modes that like RuneScape has done. I'm also baffled that OSRS hasn't released like ultimate super hardcore mode where, I don't know, maybe it's a hardcore, but every unique drop is like 10 times as rare and you get 1 experience instead of 4 for every action or whatever. Like, people would play the shit out of that. People are so masochistic, they want to struggle. I don't know. I feel like it's low-hanging fruit, and I'm baffled that WoW hasn't done that or has just started doing that.
4 layers of reactions, bro. Yeah. What up, Aunt Neezy? An Argon Polygon? See, we have so... Oh, dude, I don't even remember those guys. The only person that I remember is Zesma. And I was like such a little kid whenever I played them.
It's weird. Granted, you know, weird. Old school RuneScape's a sandbox, and WoW is, I think they call it like a theme park. I've been going on a tangent, but yeah.
Jagex did the exact same thing. They just didn't do it during a live streamed event. Not only was there a petition that content creators rallied communities to go and sign, there was also a private server that had about 390,000 registered accounts.
So this was actually after my time, but also before my time, because I quit when they ruined the game, and then, but I wasn't here for any of this. I heard about it though.
Jagex shut down.
Yeah, I wasn't here for any of this either. I even came in after Old School, like 3 years after Old School had been there, or came out. I think it's whenever I started playing. Maybe even after that.
And if none of those things happened...
That's actually kind of crazy that the exact same thing happened for WoW. I didn't know the history of this. This is really interesting. Because, yes, this exact thing happened for WoW. What the fuck? It's like an alternate reality.
No, it's the...
Yeah, this whole thing is like an alternate reality. What do you use to make fire staffs? Fire orbs and then battle staffs.
same reality. We did it 6 years before WoW did, and WoW players were like, well, if they can do it, why can't we?
I wonder if there will be another game that does this in a couple of years. There's gonna be another game that does this.
Look how much success they're having. And then they did it. It's just that Blizzard didn't do the right things. There's still a chance. It's not too late.
It's not too
I've
late.
gotten the poll from Jagex themselves, you know, just to be sure that we really wanted it. Jagex knew that nostalgia is a short-term feeling. You don't just constantly feel nostalgia. It's this thing that hits you. You know, it might stay with you for
Like
a
a
little bit.
smell.
Players wanting to feel nostalgia was not enough to justify putting a bunch of resources into what
What this shot? What the fuck? How does he have a shot of RuneScape? What the hell is this shot? This is crazy. What am I looking at? Oh my god. Is that how big fucking Mire Ditch is and Mauritania compared to the desert and the duel arena? Wait, is this composited or... This is the craziest shot I've ever seen in my life. Despite, I mean, regardless of the fact that there's 2 Jimmys, an Asmongold, and a 9-Rain, this is actually insane. I must message Jimmy and find out. Is that the dock at the very south end of Mauritania, way in the top right of the corner?
And me.
There's a little dock there. Can you fish sharks over there? Am I thinking of a different spot? Wait a minute, dude. Is that Ardoin? And at the very bottom, next to Jimmy's little knee down there, in between the 2 Jimmys, is that like where you go to, like from West Ardoin to Underground Pass and then Privdinas? This is a crazy shot. I must use stuff like this in my videos.
was that this was not an outcry or a demand to feel nostalgia. Nostalgia really wasn't what people were thinking about when all of this was going down. This was all an expression of...
It had to have been what...
Yeah, I agree with Asmon here. It was totally a big part of it.
Everybody was thinking back about. Because fundamentally, they're all saying, we want the old thing back.
The thing is you have to continue that sentence, and that's why there was so much backlash on this argument. We want the old thing back because it was better.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's the big argument here, is the game that we were asking for was simply a better game because Evolution of Combat came out. By the way, I don't know if Asmon's ever going to watch it, but if you do, I really do suggest watching the video I made on this entire history. I mean, it seems like...
And while we're here, if you haven't watched my series Iron Man, you might as well watch the whole fucking thing. A link will be in the description, I guess. So anyways.
Like you were interested in the history of it, and it really is fast.
In fact, actually, don't watch the whole thing. Just go watch the Grardor series, and then go watch the whole thing, because then you'll be like, you get like a little taste of it.
Fascinating of how we did get here, but I have a video called RuneScape, the MMO Split in Half, and it's a very crazy ride that...
I'm going to throw up the Grardor video right here on top of Jimmy's video, so here it is. Links in the description.
we took to get here. In 2012, when all this was going down, Jagex had created this new combat system that we all love to talk about still. It changed the game forever. Imagine taking World of Warcraft and turning it into turn-based combat suddenly. Out of nowhere. Like, you're still using abilities, but it's not this, like, free roam thing anymore. The combat that you've grown to know and love and enjoy is suddenly taken away from you, and now it's turn-based with this new innovative system that Blizzard claims that they've created here. It's gonna, you know, really keep up with the rest of the MMOs. It's a hypothetical. Blizzard was kind of already ahead of all of them. But imagine that. That's what happened with RuneScape. They changed the entire combat system, which is what most people loved to do in the game. Whether it was PvP or PvM, everyone loved the combat. It was a staple of RuneScape, and they...
Yeah, I don't know the kinds of changes or to what degree that they've changed World of Warcraft since its inception, but I do know that it is not nearly as much as the difference between old school RuneScape and RS3. They fucked it. They totally rammed it up the ass. It's destroyed. It's Happy Pride Month, everybody.
took it away. And they gave us an ability bar. And everyone was like, what the fuck is this? I'm not going to use an ability bar. And they gave us one, and that was our only option.
Oh, I guess I'm watching this a little bit later, so happy 4th of July, everybody.
And no matter how much we protested, they didn't listen. People quit by the masses. Like, it was crazy. Everybody gone. The game was literally dying. A lot of people say, oh, dead game, dead game. This was a dying game. Like, it was bad. It was really, really bad. I hope Asmon does get around to, if not one of my videos, one of the many videos that explain the history of old school RuneScape and why things split the way they did. It comes down to us wanting the better version of the game. The system that made RuneScape. Another good point someone brought up, a lot of people weren't asking for the 2007 backup. People didn't really care. A lot of people just wanted the 2011 backup.
Yeah, that's a good point. The 2007 backup was incidental because they had like an old server saved for God knows what reason on like a little disk drive, a floppy disk in a dusty corner of a broom closet.
That's all they cared about. They just didn't want fucking evolution of combat. A lot of people will say that they like the 2010, 2011 version of the game more than the 2007 version. A lot of people were asking for that. There was actually people upset that we were going as far back as 2007. They're like, no, that's not what we want. There's too many things happened in the 3 years after that. Like,
And then Jackass was like, but this is so much easier to do for us. And so much less money.
come on. But this was the backup that they found. The screenshot I showed in the video like a few seconds earlier, Mod MMG saying that they've been looking through old IT guys' desks for flash drives of backups of the game.
Told you.
This was a backup that they found, and that's what Old School became, is they found this little backup of the game.
It was a floppy disk.
That's what it is.
Because of that,
resentment towards the decisions that Jagex was making, turning the game into something that players didn't recognize anymore.
God,
Have you ever been
it looks so fucking bad. Oh, well, not this. I love Civ. This looks so shit. I
decisions that
hate
Jagex
RS3.
was making, turning the game into
I hate everything about this. This looks so bad. The animations, it's
Like, why would you even want to play that? Look at it. Look at the way he swings.
fucking terrible. It's soulless. Ugh. I hate it. It's so hard to read, too. The readability is just totally gone from the game.
something that players didn't recognize anymore. Have you ever been playing a sandbox
Yeah.
game? You're about 20 hours into it. Things started becoming more complicated.
How is this not nostalgia?
You're micromanaging things. You're kind of just really missing that early game. It's just a very congested feeling you're getting.
What is the definition of nostalgia?
Oh,
this was silly.
You're welcome, guys. I've already done this for us, but here you go.
Sentimental longing or wishful affection for the past. So let me get this straight.
Yeah, the sentimental,
People wishing for
the sentimental part is what he missed here. There was not a lot of sentimental feelings for what we were asking for yet. But no matter what you tell me, you cannot say you have nostalgia for something that was a year ago. That
No, but they had this. What didn't it re-release in like 2014? Am I crazy? That was 7 years, Jimmy. Come on, it's not 1 year.
That's not it. Even 5 years ago, like for RuneScape, it was not sentimental.
You can be sentimental about something 5 years ago. Absolutely. That's 8th grade through high school, in college, wistfully remembering what it was like to be a kid. 5 years is plenty of time.
It was just wanting the better game. There was a lot of things I regretted not.
It was not just wanting the better game. It was both nostalgia and wanting the better game. But then the nostalgia helped wanting the better game, and then once they released the better game and they kept it better, everybody just played that one. So,
not saying during the video, we'll get to it later, but that is one of them, is just saying we wanted the better game.
An old school version of the game is not nostalgia. Am I taking crazy pills? I feel like I'm crazy.
You are.
What?
No.
Out of your mind.
No, I feel like I'm crazy, and I'm sure people watching this video feel like they're crazy, because I don't mean to startle you, but there's a Jimmy right behind me. There's another one. I feel crazy.
Like, honestly though, do you really feel crazy? Because I feel like if anyone's watching this right now, they probably feel even crazier than that. Because I feel crazier than you, and you feel pretty crazy.
There might be some long-term decisions that you made that you're really not enjoying anymore. Suddenly you find yourself pushing all.
Also, side note, I had to shorten this like little metaphor. I was trying to find a way to explain this in a way that people who don't play the game would understand, like the feelings of missing, you know, what it was like before all this congestion was happening. And I ended up going on way too long, and I had to like cut this up a lot and try and make it make more sense. I just couldn't think of a way to kind of represent this more to someone who's never played any version of RuneScape. So I don't know if it landed. It probably did a little bit, maybe not.
Progress away and
It is
starting
what it
fresh
is.
with a new game. That way you can create a different path and make different decisions that you know will affect you later down the line. I think that's more of the feeling that RuneScape players were having. Jagex was screwing up our playthrough. Things felt wrong, and we wanted to go to the main menu and start a new game. Redo a couple thousand decisions.
God.
The Old School launched February 22nd, 2013. Players logged into a server that was a backup of the game from August 10th, 2007.
It was 2013, not 2014.
It was as if players had traveled backwards in time 5.5 years.
As I said, I think 5 years is enough to feel nostalgic.
So for the first couple of weeks,
I also wanted to point out in there, I didn't leave it in, but aesthetically, we were also traveling back 4.5 years, since that's when the HD update happened. Aesthetically, it was only 4.5 years ago that they would have been traveling.
The average player count was about 40,000, peaking on day one with 65,000 concurrent players. But about 3 months after launch, Old School RuneScape was averaging about 17.
Yo, did you know we hit our like top concurrent player count ever? It was like 300,000 or something like that, like a week or two ago. Is that not crazy? Like RuneScape's still growing. We didn't even have like a major update or anything. It just a bunch of people were playing.
1,000 concurrent players.
Well, I didn't realize it was that low, and that it took a while to pick up some steam.
And by August, about 12,000. The main game was consistently holding more players than Old School. And the reason that it was declining was very simple. There's no updates.
Also, I just want to throw this out there, that he has said over and over again that I am a graph guy. He loves graphs. The graphs do not lie. And I showed the graphs as clear as I could here, and it still didn't get to him. What do I have to do? Clear, hard evidence of graphs. And he's so stubborn about this. He somehow forgot he was the graph guy. The graphs don't work here. What?
You guys ain't got shit on what I do. Graph guy. Graphs are weak shit. We don't do graphs here. We do complicated diagrams that lead you through a journey of my self-doubt as we forge our destiny through this game. Graphs are for pussies who are too scared to step away from the well-trodden path. I don't need a graph to make my point. I don't need data. I just need little paint drawings of a snake.
What is it, Asmon? Is it my women's Hawaiian shirt? Is that what's got you fucking stubborn about this?
Is that a women's shirt?
What do you want from
I mean,
me?
there was some quality of life improvements here and there, but I mean, the first original
It could be the Hawaiian shirt. It could be.
Content that Old School got was Nightmare Zone, and that's just about the most boring thing you can do. It's content built for you to look away for 10 minutes. They also got Rooftop Agility, which, I mean, it's cool, but I mean, it's still agility. Those updates we were getting were simply not enough to keep players excited. And
Rooftop Agility was new? What? What the hell did people do before Rooftop Agility?
I don't know if you could tell, but nostalgia was definitely not keeping players there. But here's the plot twist. I believe that the...
No, that's a good way to go with that's a good graph, Jimmy. No, to be honest, that's a good fucking point. I don't know what Asmon's gonna do to recover from this.
Lack of nostalgia was exactly what the game needed. The game was just kind of sitting here with nothing happening to it. The difference between this 2007 world and the original 2007 world, players with their developing adult minds saw this whole big sandboxy world from a whole different perspective, which sparked.
And now we just see it as meta. What can I do to get the meta?
new ideas that had never been tried before. What if you were
Now he's explaining Season of Discovery. This
No,
is
I'm
what
not.
happened with Season of Discovery and WoW.
They fumbled on Season of Discovery. I wish I could go in and almost like edit my WoW video, because at the end of it, I was like, oh, I'm really looking forward to Season of Discovery, because they had just come out with it when I made the WoW video. It has aged like fucking milk. It is really bad, and they did not take the direction I thought they were going to. I completely misunderstood what their aim was with Season of Discovery, so they fumbled the shit out of that. They did.
You know what everyone did? The Season of Discovery was supposed to be awesome, and it turned out to be not great.
Did not do the smart thing with Season of Discovery.
Okay, Season of Discovery is essentially vanilla WoW with new abilities unlocked through runes and some new NPCs or hidden quests associated with these runes. So it's like a league?
Really unfortunate.
It's just that the decisions...
Yeah, kind of. It's like a league, but they used it to test, and it was just like testing. And they didn't do anything with it. It's bad now.
that Blizzard added in were bad.
Yeah, very bad.
Basically, Season of Discovery is like if instead of having a polling system like RuneScape has, you just have people that don't understand why the game was popular. And like I like the Season of Discovery team, but they have... I don't think that some of them understand why Classic is popular. I don't think they get it.
Last person on Earth, and you logged into an old school
They
RuneScape
only made it into
server.
retail?
It's
Yep.
just you and this video game. How hard would that be? Well, I mean, I don't know. Let's
I
try
loved
it. How
making
about?
this
Yeah,
scene,
is
by the
cool.
way.
This is working, but
This was
what
really
if,
fun to make.
When we did this, we only had one life. You're not allowed to die, or it's a permadeath.
Yeah.
You know, it's done. That's adrenaline pumping. Let's do it. Let's try it. But let's
This
go
is
layer
always so crazy for me to listen to this because it's just like every single one of these parallels is the exact same to WoW.
No. WoW's copying. It's not a mirror. Very different. They're...
Wait, but aren't mirrors... No, but technically mirrors happen at the exact same time. Is that true? Practically.
copying us. Which is fine, because it was a good idea. Feel free to take more.
deeper, you know.
Try it out.
No, I agree with that. Feel free to take more, because I actually want to play WoW, but I heard such bad things about Season of Discovery, and then apparently there's like Classic, and then like not Classic, and then there's retail, and there's... So I'm about as confused about WoW as people are about RuneScape probably, and that's a pretty funny image of Jimmy right above me.
Hear me out. Let's get a little crazy here. What if you couldn't use a bank? Limited to 28 inventory slots.
Yeah.
Could you do that? I mean, I store hundreds of things in the bank. Surely that's not possible. Or is it? Let's try it.
Where's the fourth guy that goes over his other shoulder, Jagex? Where's the...
That's me.
Ultimate hardcore, where everything is 10 times harder and the drop rates are like super bad? Where is it?
I just got a crazy idea. We've only got these 28 inventory slots, no banks, that's it. We also lock ourselves to a certain region of the game.
This is my favorite part of the whole video. If you don't pay attention to anything, pay attention to this part because it's so funny.
Let's try that. It's...
I'm a little pissed because I don't see One Kick Rick here. All right, Jimmy.
crazy, I know, but like, I think of all the things we have to discover, all the methods that no one's really ever thought of or tried, because you'd have to be stupid to try them, but that's all we have. Did you know the map is made of chunks? What if we locked ourselves to chunks? We have to unlock one chunk at a time. Clue scrolls are how we progress. Chronologically time locked. Cave locked.
Jesus.
No light, please. Like me in real life. Tile locked. One square. The
Good
squares
one.
in the game, one at a time. Skill locked. Only some skills. One inventory slot. It's all I know.
Oh my God.
No guides. Don't look at me. Prop hunt on an item now. One hit point permadeath. Lock me out.
Jesus.
Leagues. We take all those ideas, make them fast now. Go. And we're still not trading anyone.
Where's my character, Jimmy? I see McTile. Who's this fucking guy? Who's this guy? Am I dumb? Should I know who this is? Is this like the Fremenic Desert? Where's my guy, Jimmy?
Unless it's with your friends, group of 5.
Ooh, I remember this.
We need a game show, 4 seasons of it.
Yeah.
Quest guide, 1 sec.
Great, the whole world is PvP, but if you're the last one standing after a couple weeks, you get real life money. Make a series, 86 episodes in a Rice Mountain.
Jesus.
No shoes, we're feet locked up.
So in the background, by the way, I have this where you could see it says like settled in Slayer music, Shadow Cat. This is a big list that exists on the OSRS wiki. I didn't even see it till Settled sent it over, but it's very incomplete. There's a lot of series that it actually misses, but I took screenshots of them and put it into like a 10,000 pixel long thing to I like glued them together and scrolled it all the way down. I hope they continue adding to that, because there's a lot of series they don't have on there that I was surprised they didn't, but I didn't even know that the page existed, so that's really cool that they are building
cool.
on that. It was really cool.
No magic, only Slayer. That's it.
Where
That's all
are
you're
we?
doing. Where am I?
What year is
What
it?
is this?
Over 10 years later.
It's old school RuneScape, motherfucker.
Okay, surely I'm here. I don't see me. I see fucking Hanani. I see framed. Where's my character?
That was possibly like the funniest part of the whole thing. We have to watch that
Cool
again.
RuneScape, motherfucker.
Okay.
Sorry, okay, so
Oh,
he says,
magic,
look,
only
look.
Slayer. That's it.
Where
That's all
are
you're
we?
doing. Where am
He's like, where are we? Where am I? And then Asmongold says, what is this?
What year is
What
it?
is this?
Over 10 years.
And Jimmy says, it's old school RuneScape, motherfucker.
Later.
It's old school RuneScape,
And then Nine Rain's just worried about where his character is.
motherfucker.
Okay, surely I'm here. I don't see me. I see fucking Hanani. I see framed. Where's my character, Jimmy? Why is there a character in ham robes that looks almost like One Kick Rick, but is not?
We do it good over here. Blizzard got to take some more notes, because the ones they took suck.
We've all collectively made one of the greatest communities in all of gaming, currently averaging 110,000 concurrent players every day. And you know,
Dude, sorry, I'm pausing a lot. It's my video. I do what I want. I saw a lot of players or commenters that were trying to like defend.
Exactly. Like if you're reacting to a video, pause it whenever you want to. In the middle of a sentence, you just pause it and you just start saying whatever you want to. And if anyone has a problem with it, they can go start their own stream.
Now it's my video, Jimmy. I do what I want.
Actually, no, it's my video. Alright?
WoW, like some of them came to my video and were commenting this. They're like, 110,000. That's nothing. WoW has 7 million. It's like, no, that's subscribers. I'm talking about people online at the same time. That's what concurrent players mean. 110,000. It's actually gone up. It's at 120,000 average per day right now. Subscriptions and concurrent players, very different. There's no way to tell.
Yo, we just hit our peak player count, guys. Crazy.
How many concurrent players WoW has online. They barely show their subscription stuff. I think only recently they showed a graph. There's no.
Does that really not exist online? World of Warcraft population chart daily. We're looking at about, we'll say 150,000. So this has got to be concurrent players, right? Yearly population chart, 2023, 2024. Holy shit, what happened here? What are these? 2024 has not been good to World of Warcraft. Okay, so we're looking at 150,000 to about 200,000 if we're being generous. Compared to RuneScape's 110,000 is not bad. That's not bad.
No way to tell they're concurrent players every day, which is unfortunate. I wish I had that data because I would love to see how it compares. Because
it was really easy. I just Googled it, Jimmy.
WoW's rough right now, dude.
He did just Google it, but those aren't like accurate charts. I mean, they could be, but they're not 100% accurate charts from the companies. They're just kind of like, this is what it could be.
There are so many people that are playing old school that are normally playing WoW. I don't understand what you're supposed to be doing on WoW right now. Like the way it's built. I don't know. I don't know how. It seems like even in the end game, you're only playing like a few times a week. So, whereas like old school, you're always on doing something. So it's a very different game. I don't know how the concurrent players matches up here.
You know what? I'm a fair guy. I'll lower our player count by 20%. That way, we've only got 70,000 more.
I think the bots might be worse than Jimmy is thinking. I didn't think about that. 20%'s a lot though, so yeah.
That's a lot of people.
To you RuneScape 3 people out there, they're saying, More like 50%. I know you love that line. I know you love to exaggerate the amount of bots in the game because you just don't accept, for some reason, that we have so many more players. But we do. It's so weird to try and deny that. We have bots. 20% is so fucking many. 20% is a huge deduction. It's probably over the amount, to be honest with you.
Maybe.
So I don't understand the mindset of like wanting to deny our player base, because 20% is fucking huge. it's a lot. I know we have a botting problem.
Out of 5,
that's why
I
acknowledge that. I just love when RuneScape 3 players use that fucking botting argument. They love that one. They're never gonna let go of it.
But if you do control for alt accounts, it's probably like another 20% is people playing multiple accounts at the same time.
Deserve credit where it's due, because after they realized that
it's from one of the first dev blogs,
interest, original content was constantly being pitched.
Like I must just be slow or something, because there's no way I could play 2 accounts at the same time, unless I was like woodcutting or fishing.
Pulled and then developed as the players helped shape the direction of the game, while most of the updates stay true to
I don't think that any of this, by the way, counters what my argument was.
Yes, it does.
Basically, all of the updates and all of the content that's added into old school RuneScape is built into the game in the context of the game being a fondly remembered game from people's childhoods.
No.
So, yeah, you're right. The new content isn't necessarily nostalgia, but nostalgia is a driving factor that gets people to stick into the game.
I actually think it's the opposite. I think nostalgia got people to start playing the game again. New content keeps them there and is not nostalgic at all.
I wish I touched on this as well. It was kind of implied. A nostalgia feeling might get somebody to check the game out. Nostalgia has absolutely lured in a lot of players to try the game. But nostalgia disappears after you play the game for a little bit. It's a marketing strategy, which Mod Kieran actually touched on. It's great for marketing. Nostalgia is fantastic for marketing, but it does nothing for the dev team or the game once they're there. Once the player gets there, nostalgia, not a factor. It's simply not. It can't be a factor.
What the fuck?
What I showed earlier.
What the fuck just happened to Jimmy? Jimmy just disappeared on me.
Nostalgia doesn't do shit for the game. It will kill the game if nostalgia is what you're relying on. People don't feel nostalgia when they see a game update come out. Unless you're a brand new player to the game and you saw an advertisement on Facebook or something, nostalgia played a role for a second. And once you're there, that role is no longer needed. There are so many people to back me up on this. There were so many comments saying that I didn't even play back in the day. I tried it out because I have a friend that plays, or I saw like a really cool cinematic that Jagex made and I went and tried the game. I started playing in 2019, 2017, whatever. So many players were commenting about that. Nostalgia does not carry any sort of support once players get there. So content is definitely not being developed with nostalgia in mind. That wouldn't make any sense. It is absolutely not being considered like nostalgia.
Try playing a game of League of Legends and Magic the Gathering at the same time. Yeah, that would be really, really hard. Asmon is right all the time. I'm just kidding, no. He has bad takes just like everyone else, but you can always see everyone's point. You started after your buddy showed you Swampletics. Swampletics was really, really good. I think that's what made me like get back into it.
Nostalgia factors are not being considered when polling and developing new content.
It's not.
Really silly.
I think that's what's going to happen. And again, I think that's the same thing with Classic WoW. Like if Classic WoW came out today, for example, and nobody had any nostalgia for the game, I don't think it would be anywhere near as popular as it was in 2004.
That's true. I think if nothing else came out like that, it would have. Like the vanilla version of WoW never came out. We never got any sort of timeline of WoW. Who knows where MMOs would even be? That's a crazy hypothetical. That's another thing, is arguing hypotheticals is really silly. WoW did a lot for the gaming industry. I don't know, maybe it would. Maybe it would do really well if nothing else had been created like WoW, because WoW was doing a lot of stuff that was very original. Interesting thing to think about, but it ultimately doesn't matter. It doesn't get us anywhere talking about it.
That it wouldn't have been anywhere near as popular as it was in 2019. I think the truth is that nostalgia is such a huge factor, and it's something that permeates the DNA of the game.
Again, I think that's true, but I also don't think that's a bad thing, though. I'm not even sure Asmongold means this as a criticism. I don't think he does.
I think if you look at, for example, a lot of the content creators for the game, a lot of them are mainly older guys.
You didn't... he didn't have to say that. He didn't have to go there. I mean, how old is Asmongold? Wait, is that... Look, I'm not even going to comment on that.
And what a surprise, because there's probably a lot of older people that play the game. So what's the average age of people that play RuneScape?
I can show you. Okay, here's the audience data. You want to know how old our player base is? 90% of us are 25 to 35 years old. 90%. That's everybody. We are all American males in our late 20s and early 30s. All of us. And 40% of you are not subscribed, so I don't really have anything to say about that.
What are the average ages of people that, like, are interested in the game, and how long have they played the game? I think that many of them have played it for a massive long amount of time.
That's true. That's very true.
They probably played it, 30 plus, right?
So this also goes into the argument that I brought up in the MMO discussion. That's the target demographic for MMOs right now, because the generations before, when I was talking about, them not really giving a shit about long-term MMO goals, it's the same thing here. Why would ages, below 17, 16 be looking to play old school RuneScape?
I think kids these days just don't have the grit and the constitution for MMOs. They've had dopamine injected into them directly from social media at a very young age, and they just can't enjoy good things anymore. I see where Jimmy is going with this. And I agree with you, Jimmy.
They're such a fucking minority, and they're like... My friends don't...
Whoa, Jimmy. Fucking minority? Tone it down a bit, Jimmy.
Play. I saw people comment that. They're like, I'm in the minority. Like, my friends don't want to fucking play RuneScape with me. It's the target demographic of the game. You can be 20, 30, 40, it doesn't matter, and have never played WoW or old school RuneScape and find it for the first time. And it might be similar to other games you played. And it's the style of game that you enjoy. It respects your time. It's something you see yourself playing long term because that's the way it's built. You really don't need any nostalgia there.
Did he just say RuneScape respects your time? I have to...
And it's the style of game that you enjoy. It respects your time. It might be similar to other games you played. And it's the style of game that you enjoy. It respects your time. It's something you see yourself playing long term because that's...
I don't know about that. Anyways.
It's the way it's built. You really don't need any nostalgia there. It's just a lot of players that never played. And their age doesn't correlate to whether they played or not. Yeah, there's a lot of players that played back then, but there's also a fucking lot of players that didn't. So it just doesn't work. It's not a sound argument.
How is it that you have an audience of people that are 30 plus that have played a game for 10 years and you don't think that nostalgia has any impact on that? You
No.
don't think that that's not a foundational reason why it's
No.
happening? Of course not. It's like WoW. It is like WoW. And I said that in my video. I said, and this is what my point was, right?
No, I actually think it is a foundational reason why it became successful. Again, it's like both. It's like, of course, nostalgia was a huge part, but that doesn't make it a bad game. Are we following?
right, was that every single MMO is trying to go backwards to 2004 and be World of Warcraft, and no other MMO is trying to be what an MMO needs to be in the year 2024 or 2025.
I don't know of any games that are trying to be like old school RuneScape. Like, I really do think that the reason that we are seeing this success is because players are discovering it exists. There's so many different types of players, and you can come in with any type of mindset and enjoy RuneScape in one way or another.
Bro, my mic wasn't even on. What the hell? There's no game like old school RuneScape. And if there is, it's probably not good. Yeah, I've been talking for a minute with my mic muted. Thank you. Hey, what's up, Demon? And what's up with the guy with the other name? And Glitcher? Glitcher. Yeah.
I don't know, whatever.
My point that I was making, it's not whether RuneScape is a better game than WoW or not, but both of these games are fundamentally reductive. This type of combat and gameplay and graphics are tremendously reductive, and they put off a lot of people.
No, they don't.
And I think that a lot of the people that enjoy games like this
maybe they
enjoy
do,
these games
not enough
because of the fact that they're older and they have nostalgia, maybe not even for RuneScape, but for this kind of a game.
Okay, that's a decent point. Yeah. No, yeah, I think that that's probably true. Yeah.
I'm amazed that that's... And by the way, it's not that RuneScape would fail. It's not like, oh, if it wasn't for nostalgia, it would fail. And it does get new players. It does. But to say that nostalgia is not a massive driving factor for...
Yo, what's up, Big Papa?
For why the game is popular?
That's contradictive as fuck.
It's not contradictory. And it's certainly not contradictive. Am I crazy? Can we hold both of these things as true? That it was that the nostalgia played a huge part, but also only the fact that it's a good game can describe why it's still around and that the player base is still here and so big.
I feel like we've already talked about this like 7 times in this video.
It gets a lot of new players. You just said it gets a lot of new players. So why would nostalgia be a driving factor if they're new players?
Well, but he did say like people could be nostalgic for that type of game, not necessarily RuneScape. So you could be nostalgic for like old school looking games or point and click adventures or like any kind of top down thing like this, of which RuneScape is reminiscent.
If they've never seen RuneScape before, there's so many players that have never seen the game before.
Has anyone actually never seen RuneScape? Like you're accident.
Yes, I've genuinely met people who've never played RuneScape that are like our age. That are like 30. Yeah. There are people.
Here and you don't know what the hell's going on and this is your first exposure to RuneScape. Can the 13-year-old in the comments wait, are you even...
Oh, you mean watching this video? He meant watching this video. Oh. Is anyone here new to RuneScape?
Allowed to be watching this video if you're 13? I don't know what YouTube's rules are on that. If you are, keep your head down. No, get out of here.
Completely naive.
No, it's
not.
And
I think it's the same thing with Classic WoW. Like if Classic WoW released like now and there wasn't nostalgia, I don't think it would have been there either. I think RuneScape is probably...
It's all hypothetical.
I think it is probably one of the best MMOs of all time. It's not even a question.
Amen.
Like it's undeniable that it is. Like what RuneScape accomplished is something that I would say in a lot of cases no other MMO has accomplished.
True.
So I don't want to take anything away from RuneScape, but to act like releasing something like this today would, with no context at all of like the way that these games used to be or anything, I don't think that's true in any capacity.
I think it
because
is.
there have been...
It is very true. Like I was just saying, the types of players we have, you could come in with so many different mindsets and find a place for yourself in it.
Yeah, no, I think I'm with Asman on this one actually. I will say Asman's kind of conflating two different things. One of them's nostalgia and one of them's like a general understanding of gaming and video games and these like cartoonish graphics and point and click adventures and interacting with the computer and like familiarity with the whole thing. It's
so great. Shout out from Dallas. Shout out.
Not really nostalgia, but I think he's right. So wait, what does Jimmy's okay? But the under this is reacting to Asmongold's react to my video again.
This
But
game, and it's such a unique experience. You really cannot
okay,
get
RuneScape
anywhere
doesn't
else.
need nostalgia.
That's why.
That's wrong. That's wrong, Jimmy. It does. It well does it need? RuneScape did need, but I maybe he's right because maybe it doesn't need it anymore. But it did need it a lot, and it does help.
We're getting new players because people are finding out about it and trying it and realizing it. Like, oh shit.
Yo, my bad. My earbuds had messing up.
Shit. This works for me. This works around my life and everything in my life. That's a huge factor here. So many people are casually playing old school. Casually takes on a whole new definition, really, with old school players. Like, you can truly be casual. Like, with WoW, casual WoW players, there's a reason why it's harder to get a casual WoW player long term. Because
that's a good point, because the amount of people that I know that have RuneScape on their phone or have it on a second monitor while they're working at a computer, and it's so...
Is this a reaction of a reaction of a reaction to it? Yeah, it's like a 6. I think this is the 6th reaction. I would be number 6, I think. 6 or 7, 6.
AFK a lot of the time, that you're kind of just orienting your goals and planning and then forgetting about it for a little while. That's a lot of players. Actually, that might be most players. In fact, that's probably everybody watching this video right now has RuneScape up on a second monitor.
100% everyone is playing RuneScape watching this video. Or maybe they're just super entertained. Probably playing RuneScape though. Or wishing they could play RuneScape.
And like they're watching the video and kind of casually playing RuneScape. So let's look. How many views is this one at? 34,641. 34,000 of those are casual RuneScape players who are playing right now.
because you can't just log on for a little bit here and there and dilly-dally. It's not gonna be fun. You gotta like figure, once you get to the end game, you gotta like find a guild, get time set, find a fucking time that works for you weekly. There's so much that goes into it that doesn't allow for casual players. There's a few videos on it out there, but
a lot of games that have been released that kind of fit into that nostalgia like category. They're like, oh, this is like the old games, but they're just bad. And people don't really like them. They don't really stick around and play them at all because they're not very good. What really drives these games is nostalgia.
No.
Nothing else survived like OSRS, but it isn't like RuneScape. Yeah, it is. Nostalgia only plays a factor on launch and it diminishes very fast. I completely disagree.
You can't. You're not allowed. The graphs don't lie. It's a graph
every
thing.
time that you hear a song that the game plays where it's like, oh yeah, you know, I'm gonna listen to this song and it's like, this reminds me of when I was in high school or something like that.
Yeah, no, they actually released a metal album of a lot of the RuneScape tracks like a week ago, and I was listening to that in the gym today, and it made me want to play RuneScape more than anything has made me want to play RuneScape in a long time. And it's just the music, and that was actually, I think, nostalgia in a way, and good music. So can we talk, isn't there a video about Minecraft's nostalgia? Look, I'm gonna make this very simple. Oh my god, guys, look, they're actually just, wait a minute, there's a video here called It's Not Nostalgia, Old Minecraft Was Great. Okay, so not only are the World of Warcraft OSRS things repeating themselves, but now the videos are repeating them. So this is exactly the thing. This is the
Yeah, RuneScape on mobile is like probably the best thing to happen to RuneScape. It's like even if you play RuneScape all the time, it's like you can play RuneScape whenever you're doing other things. And if you don't play it all the time, it's like you have that like 15 minutes of extra time. You just pull out RuneScape, boom.
This is the Jimmy video. Did anyone react to this? I bet someone reacted to this. Oh, this is the video that I was looking for. Jay Schlatt's A Tribute to Minecraft 6 years ago. One of the main points in this video is he talks about how the music always brought him back to those like simpler experiences and those memories that he had as a kid. I think RuneScape is the same way. The music, I mean, if you don't believe me, go put on a RuneScape right now. Just go play Autumn Voyage. Boom, you're there. And one of the main reasons I don't ever feel nostalgia playing RuneScape anymore, I think is because I don't play with the music on. Because I have to record. And because I'm always doing other things or listening to other things. So you're not like in the game. You're not actually the character walking around. And the music's not part of the experience. I think if people listen to the RuneScape soundtrack while playing RuneScape, they would be hit with that feeling of nostalgia way more. Watch the Jay Schlatt video and you'll know exactly what I mean.
And it's not that like, so this is an example. It's not that nostalgia is the reason. It's that like, if you have a pie chart, I think nostalgia is a very big slice of that pie chart.
No. Agreed. No,
and I think that without the
I'm with Asmund on this one. I mean, it is what it is. I don't think that takes away from the success of RuneScape as a game. It's not like as that nostalgia part gets bigger, the other part is diminished. It is, if you represent it as a pie chart, actually, that's how pie charts work. But let's say it's 20% nostalgia and 80% it's a good game. And let's just say that that 80% is comprised of 10,000 happy units because it's a good game, so it makes you happy. If this nostalgia thing gets bigger, it gets bigger as a percentage because the nostalgia units are higher, but the happy units aren't less. There's not less happy units. So it's not a worse game, but nostalgia does play a big part. But I don't think that diminishes the number of happy units for RuneScape being a good game. Okay, I did it. I made since we love graphs, we also love pie charts. This is the nostalgia chunk. It's 47 nostalgia units. This is the good game chunk. This is 10.
If you're 47 nostalgia units.
Killer happy units, which is 10,000.
Killer happy units.
Happy units, which is the unit of measurement that tells you whether or not it's a good game. You could have another chart where like this is NU and it's 30% and there's still 10K down here. Like the percentage changes, which is what Asmund is saying. This is a big percentage. And Jimmy keeps saying, but no, here's all the killer happy units. See, we love the game. It's a good game. And Asmund's like, yeah, but nostalgia is a big percentage. And they're kind of talking past each other. I don't think that they're even maybe disagreeing. Look at these graphs. These are great. Although I'm kind of in the way of this one. So that's...
I always call my graphs, I call my tables graphs. He calls his pie charts graphs. I guess it's a graph. But, yo, it's me, you remember? Yeah, I do remember. What's up, bro? Facts, like I literally hop on when work is slow and when I can't sleep. Hell yeah, thank you. When you were watching Emo Guy? Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
There you go.
Would probably
Tiniest
not be
sliver.
as popular as it is, and it probably wouldn't have taken off in the same way. And I think this becomes proven evidently whenever new games come out and they try to capitalize on a nostalgia vibe, but they don't really have the nostalgia going for them. Nostalgia isn't the reason, but it's a reason. Yeah, sure. They're super inaccessible because they're built for people that are already familiar with it. Yeah, I think that's another factor.
No, they're not. It's not built for people who are already familiar with it. There's a reason that old school RuneScape was a lot of our first MMOs as kids, because you really don't need to know anything. I've talked about it a lot when I go into details about like Tutorial Island and how it's like the most perfect tutorial because it just kind of shows you step by step. It's not an overwhelming experience, at least in old school. RuneScape 3, different story. That's like opposite of what old school does. Like it is so simple, and I think the pacing of it is perfect.
It's like a lot of the things that excite the RuneScape community too. Like most of the updates that they're doing, and I'm speaking from ignorance here, so I don't really know this, so correct me if I'm wrong. But a lot of the updates that they do are for veteran players.
Nope.
No, that's definitely true. I mean, most of the big updates that actually have content, it's like all... I mean, maybe they added Speria, that Slayer Master 4 years ago, but it's like all the new quests are big quests, new best in slot.
They're for people that have played the game for a really, really long time. Like, I no, that's...
And even the one... Wait. And even the ones like the what's recently being proposed about agility, where they're like kind of reworking it. They say like, hey, it's for the new players so they don't feel so slow all the time, so you can run a little more in the early game. But then like everybody involved and all the people talking about it and all of the balancing that the team is having to do right now is all to protect the high-level player experience. So even that one, which seems like it was for the average player, is also not just for the like new player. It's for late game.
It's not true. It's not true. Well, I guess it's everyone that I hear about.
Who? Who do you hear about? Who? Who's telling you lies? Someone's lying to you.
Like, whenever I see updates and like new content being added, I always hear about it whenever it's like a new boss or something like that. But I'm not really sure. But either
Bosses
way,
don't have to be endgame.
I think nostalgia.
I mean, they added what's the new Varlamore bosses? They're like,
well, do they not add? They add a bunch of mid-game content, like especially recently. They've been doing a bunch of like quality of life mid-game content. Iron Man, a lot of stuff for Iron Man. I went to bed and came back. I subbed, yeah. Yeah, no, I remember you.
like Perilous Moons or something. Even that's kind of mid-game. That's like mid-game, so
It plays a massive factor with games like this. And in my opinion, I think it is the biggest factor.
What? How is it? How is it the biggest factor? How?
I'm with Jimmy on this one. I don't think it's the biggest factor, but I think it's a big factor. Just refer to the pie chart, you know?
What? Come on. Come on, man.
Jimmy, if you react to this video, don't, by the way. This is over. We're done. This is it. If you watch any of this, someone just send him the pie chart, okay? Like, that's all that... The whole thing's over. Show Asman and Jimmy the pie chart. That was the conversation. That's it.
And
I do.
No, you don't.
It is.
You don't believe that.
And I think it is insurmountable.
I do not believe that you believe that.
People have, because no other game can go back and be the game that you grew up with in high school or middle school. And I think the same thing is true with WoW. I think the same thing is true with RuneScape. I think it's true with a lot of games. You can't beat that.
You can't beat it?
And you can't act like that's not a huge reason.
This
You can beat it.
nostalgic aesthetic. There is nothing nostalgic about this gameplay. And that's completely...
I tried throwing this in because it was something I wish I had mentioned, but I wanted to throw the mobile app store thing up there just to show that, like, we weren't playing this on phones either back then. Mobile thing really skyrocketed our player count when that came out. It was huge for the game. So I just wanted to toss it in
Old
there.
school RuneScape.
Oh my god.
Of course it is. This is the original game. The graphics, the style, the numbers...
This was really funny, dude. He pauses he pauses in Chambers of Xeric, which was our first raid ever. This was like the biggest example of old school becoming its own thing, because nothing like this had ever existed. Especially with the old school system and engine. This was just really funny that he paused on this of all things.
No, Jimmy's making a good point here, actually. Also, why the fuck have they been in that raid for 52 minutes? Jesus Christ. And Jimmy has 7,000 points. Oh no. That's, But no, Jimmy's making a good point here. There's nothing nostalgic about Chambers of Xeric whatsoever. It's like, holy shit, a completely different game. It has nothing to do with me walking around Falador saying, buying Rune Simi 30k, or PKing at the Wildy Ditch for a strength amulet with my maple short bow, or fishing lobsters and cooking them and selling them in the center of Varric or something like that. Absolutely nothing nostalgic about the Chambers of Xeric.
Design, it is
a standalone
No
game.
one in this
I
chat's
promise
agreeing, by the way.
Nostalgia itself is never going to be the reason that we are seeing growth. Like I was saying, in a way, the lack of nostalgia is what got us here. New creative directions for both players and devs to take. And it,
oh my god, guys,
is what got us here. New creative directions for both players and devs to take.
I made it. I made it in the video. Although technically that's not me. The Jagex team actually just copied my character and they did all the animations and visuals for this after Jim and I wrote the song, so... But that's me. That's my character. We made it.
And it's funny because 4 years ago...
Oh my god. Jimmy, you're looking good, man. Jimmy aged well.
Yeah, that facial hair looks bad.
Look at... He looks younger here, and he looks younger. New Jimmy looks younger than old Jimmy.
I could have swore we were almost out of ideas. There's no way we keep coming up with things.
It's literally classic. It's nostalgic by definition. What's going on here? I honestly feel like I'm taking crazy pills right now. You have a game that's called old school version of the game, and people are saying it's not being fueled by nostalgia.
That's why I started. It's why I started the video.
I feel crazy. I
feel crazy. Do you feel crazy?
Do you feel crazy?
Bro, now I really do feel crazy.
Does this video get anywhere, or is it just the same? I mean, I guess they're not having a conversation, so maybe this is never resolved. Is this what all react videos are like? It's just the same thing over and over, and they just take turns saying it and then saying that they're wrong, or maybe they do we ever get? Huh? Like does Jimmy ever change his mind in the video, or does Asmongold?
With that line, you can't use the argument. It's how it works. If I say it first, you can't use it anymore. I've decided that's how it works. That's how arguments
Nostalgia
work.
is literally that's the name. I don't understand. I'm so confused.
How are you confused?
Forward to now.
I've explained all of it.
All I can think is, I can't wait to see 4 years from today and see what crazy shit we've done. Because with this player base and all the possibilities that we've discovered and still discover, I've got no idea. Anyway, while I have
It's
you
not
here-
100%, it's like 25%. You're right, it's not 100%. I never said it was. But it is a huge factor, and I think out of all the factors, it is the largest proportional factor.
No, it's not. Also, since we're on this screen right now,
I actually know I'm with Jimmy on this one. I don't think it's the largest proportional factor, and if you want to give this video a like, go ahead, and now would be an appropriate time.
Yeah, and if you want to give this stream a like, or this video, whenever the video comes out, you can go ahead and do that, and maybe hit the subscribe button. And
I want to test this. Like the video.
Yeah, wait, if I say it and then Jimmy says it, and then I guess we're gonna watch Asmongold watch Jimmy say it one more time.
I want to see if did it light up your shit. I don't think it'll light it up if you're on mobile, but like if you're on desktop, did it?
Oh yeah, shit. Okay, does it keep doing it? Maybe it only picks one time in the video to do that. I've started noticing that YouTube does that. We will see.
Like the video.
At which point me or Jimmy or someone else saying it makes the thing light up.
Like do some weird animation and shit. Yeah. I mean, click it while you're there. I mean,
I also subscribe unless it already did that, and then whatever.
Obviously, click it, but like such a weird new thing they've added.
If you took that away, a game like this would not catch on in the same way that it did today. If this game released today with no nostalgia, I don't think it would catch on.
He's right.
Click the like button. I can wait a second. What else are you doing, I can wait.
You can't know that?
I'm assuming you clicked it. Players.
You're right that I can't know that. And you bring up a good point. I'm guessing. But so is he, and so is everybody else in chat.
I'm not guessing.
They're both guessing. No. We're all guessing.
Okay. I'm using graphs.
And I'm using pie charts.
And I'm using my hands.
I've played this game since it came out, all right? I've been here 11 years, run around this little fucking game. I'm not guessing anything.
We're all guessing, but that's
no,
my
we're not.
guess.
Did both of them just say guessing with an I? Am I taking crazy pills? Wait, we're gonna go back.
On this little fucking game. I'm not guessing anything.
We're all guessing, but...
I I think he is a little crazy because they said guessing.
How? How did they both say guessing? Jimmy is the one reacting to Asmongold. He said it first, which means he wasn't like copying what Asmongold when Asmongold said guessing. This has been such a disorienting experience for me.
Do you want any cool whip?
But that's
No,
my
we're not.
guess.
I feel nostalgia, don't get me wrong. It's still a part of old school. Me, mostly the audio. When I play the Al-Kharid track, I can
I already made this point, so yeah, he's making the point that, yeah.
transform right back into being 9 years old.
I don't know how he didn't get this. I led into this. This isn't like a gotcha moment.
I feel the same way about WoW. I do.
The difference is, it's fucking old school has so much more going for it than just nostalgia that Blizzard left classic WoW with. My point is as a player who played back then, nostalgia exists. There's moments with the audio that give me a feeling of nostalgia, but that is 0.0001%
no, it's not.
of the gameplay. The fucking sounds sometimes giving me a hint of nostalgia has nothing to do with anything going on.
That little... Okay, that was terrible. I'm not gonna... That little like...
What was that? Was that a dog?
You know when you... The sound of a man getting hit, that like... That's not what it sounds like at all. But you know what I'm talking about? That takes me back, you know? They're like... I'm not gonna do it again.
You guys know that sound? It'll take you back, nostalgia.
Anything to do with the growth.
Aren't they both right? Yeah, everyone's right, and they're trying to push like one objective, whereas like multiple objectives is the answer. Like it's not black and white.
That is unique to me in my experience and would never keep me there or start me playing. His fucking chat is brain dead right now. I want to say that. This is the stupidest chat.
Wait, how long have I been over Jimmy? Wait, he's been up here now?
I've seen in his fucking stream in a while, dude.
And wait, now I'm over 9 raid. Okay, so I gotta go to the left side. Okay.
Know what it is.
Brain.
Okay. Now I gotta move back.
Nostalgia.
It's because he had the
Training
reaction.
The purple guard guys. I can sense somebody
Oh wait, they moved back? I'll just stay
stealing
over
my
here.
rock
It's fine.
crab every time Borderland comes on, or the body parts track just dropping me directly into the experiment cave, the sound of a whip, or a dragon longsword
Ooh, that
special
one.
attack, or a goblin taking damage. That's the shit that'll hit me with nostalgic feelings sometimes. I feel it, and it's not just those 2000.
Yeah, exactly. If they didn't add things to the game, it would be dead. But it's like they add stuff all the time, so it's... I don't know. It's a good game. And they keep adding stuff. It's good.
Seven memories that trigger nostalgia in people anymore. Old School's been out for 11 years, which is more than enough time to create nostalgic feelings for people. There are players now who will get more nostalgia at Zora than they would at the Goblins in
That's the
Lumbridge.
first boss they added, right? Into the game?
I don't think it was.
Maybe they remember creating an
no
Iron
idea.
Man and playing in 2014, 2015.
I don't know either.
Grinding it for hours,
Yeah,
learning
for
it,
solo
and if
boss,
they
yeah.
went back, they would get
I think solo boss it was, but the first boss was the God Wars dungeon.
hit with it. At the end of the day, it is not a contributing factor to our growing
Look at that
player
shit.
base.
Damn, no, that's a good graph. That is a good graph, Jimmy. Way to get him.
Look at that shit, man. It's evidence right there. It's not nostalgia. Look at it. This shit looks like an alligator's mouth, dude.
I think as adults,
Oh, I see, because it... okay.
a lot of us are coming to this realization that old school RuneScape has the ability to
I think it is a contributing factor. I think it's a massive factor.
No, it's not.
I didn't get that either at first, the alligator's mouth, but then I realized because it has teeth, like jagged teeth. Okay, yeah.
It is an insurmountable factor
No, it's
that
not.
if the game was released today and it had the same gameplay and the same updates, it would not be successful
That's true.
in any capacity.
No, I agree.
It's hypothetical.
I don't think that it would have probably 50% of the success, if not even way less. I think also the same thing about WoW. I think that if Classic WoW was released in the year 2024,
I feel like no, they're just saying the same thing. I talked about this with the mail analogy. If we released mail right now, no one would fucking use it. They'd be like, why would I use mail? It's not as good.
it would probably have less than 10% of the success that it did in 2004 or 2005.
I'm not going to go into that again because it's
what I think.
It's
It was
literally
re-released.
just a
Yeah, we already had that conversation, and there's no way it would be less than 10%. Like, it would be way higher than that.
Was
hypothetical.
in the
It's-
context
No, but it's all hypothetical, so it's like.
of it being a
I
nostalgic
think this, if this were to happen, it
Yes.
doesn't.
Same with Diablo 2.
Not doing it.
Respect your time while also having the capability of consuming all of it whenever you let it, which is really nice.
Still gonna get some XP while I can. So.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be on my phone.
Okay.
There's so many
I love that
levels
clip.
of attention
That's a good
that you
clip.
can do
Just a
depending
big
on what
fat guy?
activities going on in the
There's a
game.
chick?
You
I don't
could
even
be
know.
AFK for 20 minutes doing
Yeah.
something while still progressing your account, or you could be hands on your F keys and mouse doing some crazy ass boss mechanics. And there's so many more things that are in between those. There's so much to do in this game. I think a lot of MMO players out there are looking for that number go up feeling, and I really don't think there's many.
Don't show me this. I don't want to see this shit. This is a disgusting place. We hate the Red Prison. Don't go here. Do yourself a favor. Don't.
Games that do it better.
What's funny is I watched that series of his going to the corrupted gauntlet, and it made me just want to buy it. So now I'm just gonna do everything to not go there. I'll get wood, Casey. I'll be good.
Than this one. That famous RuneScape quote, "You never quit, you only take breaks," just holds up year after year. Old School's early game and mid game is always going to have that sense of.
I think he's right. I do. I think he's right about that. And I think the same thing happens with WoW. But I think only quitting and taking breaks.
He's gonna be like, that's nostalgia, because it posits a timeline in which you're looking back and going, oh my god, I'm going back to an older game.
Actually plays into the nostalgia argument pretty well.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
No, it does, Jimmy. I think that's a valid point.
Plays into the way that Old School is built, in that when new content comes out, it doesn't wipe away the rest of the content. There's a lot of times I'm playing games. Funny enough, the situation most recently for me was actually Baldur's Gate 3. I started playing it like when it first dropped ever, and I only made it through Act 1. When I picked it back up 6-7 months later, I tried playing the same save, and I was like, I don't remember anything going on. Like, there's too much here that I don't remember, and I have to like read all these things. I'm just gonna restart. It's fine. I don't care. With RuneScape, you will not feel the need to start a new account if you don't log in for a year, because nothing has changed. Your progression is still there, and there's not all these things you need to understand about the world and are key to your account's progression. I don't know if that's the best example. What I will say is when I've tried to get into RuneScape 3 and tried doing the quests there, I was like very overwhelmed with all the systems and just how different the tiers of armor were now. There's so much that's happened in that game that I felt like I couldn't even look things up, because there's so many layers to everything, and there's so much new things to understand that were so unfamiliar to me. And I was like, the only way I will get to understand this is if I start from scratch and I start working my way up a little by little, because I'm not going to be able to like jump into this on my main account anymore. Like I'm so far in, I'm like mid level to high level, and there's so much that is different now that there's no way I can understand what's going on. Like, there's just no way.
People took a break, they come back, and it's easier for them to come back because it's familiar to them because of the nostalgia.
Familiarity. It truly is
Yes.
always waiting for you. I'm not trying to turn this into some ad for Old School RuneScape, but I just think it's important for the MMO world to understand that there's about 1 million things that RuneScape gets right that a lot of other games could take from. So to directly respond to Asmund saying that if this game came out today, it would not be as popular as it is, I humbly disagree.
I feel crazy. I feel crazy.
Graphics and...
We'll see.
Yeah, it's almost like we've talked about this before and we've seen this before. It's crazy.
Let's see how Brighter Shores does. Let's
No,
find out.
it's not.
My
No,
perspective
that's a bad. I don't think that's a good comparison. Because it could be a worse game.
is that
It's not going to be similar.
I don't really like arguing with people with like theoreticals. I'm completely confident about my opinion.
They're both doing the same thing where they go, hypotheticals are dumb. I don't do hypotheticals. I'm right. And then they make hypothetical arguments. Oh my god.
I'll take it to
Well,
the
you shouldn't
I
be.
think
It's
that
wrong.
whenever any game that is a clone of RuneScape ever comes out, it will not even have 10% of the success of RuneScape.
That's the same thing for WoW, though. Everyone always talks about the WoW killer, you know? And nothing ever has killed it fully, other than the things they do themselves. If some game is trying, you won't see it succeed because they didn't do it as well. We already have it. It's not this thing you have to recreate. It's already there. It's there for you to try and play. So games that try and recreate RuneScape systems or structure it like RuneScape, it's not going to work. Just how games that have tried to restructure WoW and do a WoW thing have not found the same success and usually fade out into non-existence. Have not found the same success and usually fade out into non-existence. So, I mean, it's the same deal.
And I think that one of the biggest driving factors of old school RuneScape and classic World of Warcraft is nostalgia.
There it is.
And I'll even go farther. I think the same thing about Halo. I think that if Halo 5 and Halo Infinite had come out and people didn't have nostalgia for Halo 2 and 3, the games would be considered garbage jokes.
That's actually true. No, I really agree on that one. No one would touch Halo if it came out now, just like randomly. No, this is a good point. And I'm not sure exactly why I think that it's such a massive difference as compared to WoW and old school RuneScape. But I actually think Halo is just people trying to relive old Halo days. Like, I'm sure it's okay, but nobody would play it. Do people even play Halo still? I didn't even know there was a Halo 5.
Jokes.
I played Halo 5 when it came out. I played Halo back in the day.
Yo, I played Halo. Halo was my life. But if it came out today, yeah, I probably wouldn't play it that much. It was very slow. But back in the day, it seemed very fast. I don't know.
Ever since I tried Halo as even a kid, like Halo Reach and stuff, I just didn't really ever enjoy Halo. So when Halo 5 came out and I played it, I felt like the exact same.
See, I mean, I played all of them up to Halo 5, but I really didn't play anything till after Halo 3. Halo 3 was peak, in my opinion. Yeah, and then ODST came out. I didn't like ODST because I thought it was going to be another Halo, but I didn't realize it was not really.
Just like, it's not really
Maybe
for
that
me,
was
so
Reach.
I can't really speak on it.
That's the truth.
I can't remember if that was ODST or Reach. I can't remember.
And all these Unreal Engine 5 projects have taught me anything.
What the fuck is this game? This game looks awesome. Wait a minute. I mean, maybe it sucks, but it looks cool.
It's that now more than ever, graphics don't mean shit. We're getting a greater
So
and
true
greater
for me.
Graphics do absolutely matter,
No,
but
like,
they have to
I mean-
meet a certain like threshold.
Yeah.
Well, no, they matter a lot, but it doesn't matter whether or not it's trying to be photorealistic and capture the essence of reality so much so that you can't tell the difference. They matter, obviously. Like, you have to like it. It has to be cool and fun to interact with. And it has to sell the world to you. So it matters a ton, but it doesn't mean that they're all shooting for the same thing.
Yeah,
It's
of
not like
course.
the better the trees are, the better the game is, but graphics do matter.
Yeah. I honestly, this was like more throwing a jab at Unreal Engine 5 games because I've been debating whether or not to do like a side channel video on this because I'm so fucking tired of these Unreal Engine 5 using the Epic Games assets with everybody. All these fucking human characters look the exact same because they're using the same assets. They put out these half-ass broken early access games for $30 and they get so many people buying them. And it's like, why the fuck are people buying these shitty games? There was like, the games I showed here, it was like Myth of Empires, Soul Mask, and Right something. I don't.
I'm actually just getting more and more curious the more he talks about it. I'm sorry, Jimmy, but you're selling me on this whole Bellwright thing. I wanna go try and play Bellwright now.
Remember what it is. It was a game that I downloaded and instantly refunded because I got in. It was the same broken ass world, janky movement, same assets I've already seen 3,000 times in other Unreal Engine 5 games, and they were using the same AI voices that I use for Gary videos as their NPC voices. I was like, no fucking way. They just charged $30 for this, and I got a refund on it. That was basically my jab here. Graphics, obviously, yes, he's right. They need to meet a certain threshold. The stylized aesthetic matters more. I've played some beautiful games recently. I just tried yesterday, I tried Octopath Traveler 2.
That's a good
Travelers 2 by Square Enix. That is also an Unreal Engine 5 game, but it uses Unreal Engine 5 like environment aspects, but works it into like a pixel gameplay with like turn-based combat, and it's a beautiful looking game, and it uses pixel graphics with integrated Unreal Engine 5 assets, which is awesome. It matters to an extent in that it just feels good and looks good and it runs well if it's got a unique style to it. But every time I see these stupid fucking Unreal Engine 5 epic assets, dude, I can't stand it. It's literally, it feels like it's ruining gaming. Like all these developers using the same shit, twisting their little survival craft concept a little bit and selling it for $30. I can't stand it anymore. It's driving me nuts. Anyway, unrelated tangent,
for this
whatever.
place. This is a crazy hot take, but I will stand by it. I think old school RuneScape will probably outlive almost every other MMORPG. And I'm going to say it, including World of Warcraft.
Why? Blizzard's doing their best job to make sure that he's right.
But Jagex is also doing their best job to make sure that he's wrong. I'm not sure which one I think will disappear into the ether first. Maybe neither. Maybe all the players just get old and die. Maybe the games outlive the players. I don't know. We'll see.
True.
You don't believe me?
I don't know. We'll see. He says, true. That's so funny. Alright, so here we are. We're coming up on 89 crafting. Only one more level until 90, and we are that much closer to base 90s. And there we are with 89 crafting. Ooh, I can cut Zenite, craft Zenite rings, and amethyst dark tips. Cool.
I mean, just ask World of Warcraft players. They're right here.
Yep.
That's all I've got for today. Take it easy.
Yep.
Those are RuneScape players, though, Jimmy. They're all RuneScape players. But that's RuneScape. Those are not WoW players. Those people have Missouri and Virtus rubs. And look at that. Is that a Fang kit? A little Fang transmog, whatever thing on the far left? Those are not WoW players. Those people have been playing the game for 10 years.
Yep.
That's all I've got for today. Take it easy.
Yep. I like Jimmy a lot.
Me too.
I think that...
Yeah, Jimmy's a pretty cool guy. Yeah. I like 9 raid too. And Aspen Gold.
If Brighter Shores comes out, and it retains a player base that is larger than 20% of RuneScape OSRS,
nah.
30 days after launch,
if
it does that, and I'm wrong, I will play RuneScape on my stream.
So I hope that happens, because that's...
That's the part that kind of makes no sense because it's like, hey, I'm making a bet, but this really doesn't mean anything for the success of RuneScape or what this video was about. But I'm gonna make this bet anyway, and then I'll play RuneScape if it happens. So it's just kind of weird.
Sounds funny, but I don't think this argument has anything to do with the Brighter Shores. Totally, like the Brighter Shores argument is a total non sequitur in my opinion.
OSRS on my stream. I will.
I've thought about this. Unfortunately, I really don't think, like, this is the sad part about being the size that Asmon's following is I don't think he could ever play old school RuneScape on like a public server on stream until he's in like endgamey areas. Even if he uses Entity Hider to hide everyone and you know, stop people from saying things, like, people are gonna be like attacking his things whenever he does shit.
It will be unplayable for sure.
You know, spamming the tree that he's on. You know, like it's gonna be rough. Like if he ever tries it and it's not like an exclusive server or something, because his fucking fan base will absolutely just like sabotage it, and, which is really sad.
Losers.
I really don't think he could ever really try it on.
It's not even going to be Asmongold. No, it's going to be random RuneScape players. They're the ones. It's not going to be Asmongold's fan base that destroys it. It's going to be RuneScape players.
Dream, which is super unfortunate. But Asmon, this is my invitation to you. If you ever wanted to hop on old school, be more than happy to do it off stream with you. We could try on stream. It's not going to go well. But if it was ever something you wanted to do, absolutely willing to do that. Going to the Brighter Shores thing, just throw out what you just said. Brighter Shores, like I said, completely different than either of the RuneScapes. It doesn't look like it's going to have the same mechanics. It's going to be built on an entirely different engine, different goals, everything. I don't think it's a fair comparison. Old school RuneScape is probably the third most played MMORPG. We don't know the concurrent player base of WoW. I don't know if Final Fantasy 14 puts theirs out. 120,000 concurrent players is insane, dude. It takes a game like Final Fantasy 14 or WoW to compete, which is simply not going to happen with Brighter Shores. It's ridiculous. I don't even think Final Fantasy 14 or WoW has 20% more active concurrent players. Maybe they do, but we don't know. It's not going to happen with Brighter Shores, so no one needs to clip it, all right? It's not gonna. He's not gonna be playing old school if that's his terms. He's basically just said he's never playing old school.
I'm very confident in my opinion. I think that I'm right. I do.
You're not right.
Yeah.
I think that I'm right. What the hell? No. I think that I'm right.
I mean, in all honesty, though, we're all right. We're all just we are all correct.
This is so stupid. Look, Asmongold is correct in saying that nostalgia plays a big part. Jimmy is correct in saying that RuneScape is a good game and that's what keeps players there. But it's like, I heard Asmon give a little more concessions, but I think he way overplays nostalgia, and then obviously Jimmy like won't even admit that nostalgia is like a big deal, and it totally is.
There it is. Shipped already? And yeah, Starforge Lincoln, yeah, we actually did a collab with OSRS. There's a great
It's my next sponsor.
OSRS is I think they do quests better than any other MMO that I've played personally.
Yes, they do.
I think that they do a lot of things that are right.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want people to think that I'm trying to downplay OSRS and say that it's a bad game. I don't think that it's a bad game at all.
Yeah, go look at my pie chart. That kind of explains what he's saying. The happiness units, there's a lot of them.
Like, I think Classic WoW is the greatest MMO ever made, personally. Like, the combat in OSRS, I'm not really a big fan of. But for Classic WoW, I do really enjoy it. I think that it's massively commendable. Like,
I actually might think that WoW is probably the best MMO ever made, Classic WoW. But that's also because I'm not, like, MMO is a made-up term that we use to kind of categorize stuff that, like, RuneScape is barely an MMO because MMOs are WoW, and if it's like WoW, it's an MMO, and RuneScape is only kind of like WoW, so it's only kind of an MMO. It's also more like a point-and-click medieval fantasy adventure game that somehow got stuck in a multiplayer world. I don't know.
It's incredible, the success that RuneScape OSRS has had.
True.
And I don't want to take away from that in any capacity. I think the game is great, right? It's an amazing accomplishment, right? And I think that, like, it's interesting to hear, like, kind of like how his situation was, like, or OSRS situation, like his, you know, involvement with it, is so much of it mirrors exactly the World of Warcraft thing, right? All the way down to, like, the petition,
not a mirror,
the viewers, you know, like signing it, Just like everything about it, it was like 1-to-1. It was like really cool. It's like almost like an alternate reality. So I didn't know a lot of that history. That was really, really cool. Arguing with fanboys is useless.
Like I was saying, the whole history I explained in the video. It's still one of my favorite videos I've made to this day. So, you know, if Asmon ever watches that, I think he'll like it.
I can realize that people will not see this because they don't want to. So I want to show it to them. You can't see it. All right, let's see. We're gonna prove it right here. That's the way I see it. They're closer to it. Exactly. Yeah. And so that Brighter Shores is different, right? It is always something that's different. I don't think the reality is that.
I actually don't think that Asmongold really is trying to make a good argument here. I think he's actually just trying to be funny. I actually don't believe that he thinks that that is a fair comparison. I think he's doing it to like throw a little heat in the fire and just be like, ooh, a little content. But I don't think he actually thinks that.
Why is it different, and how does that make it worse or better?
We're gonna see how different it is. I feel like it's gonna be very not similar to RuneScape, except it's gonna look a little bit like RuneScape 3 characters. I think the whole, like, all the systems are gonna be so different. We'll have to see. There's no way to know. I could tell you right now, the player base is not even gonna touch close to old school. If it does, I will be blown away, dude. Like, I don't even know what the game is gonna be like, so I don't know.
Described, you know, is better. Yeah, Brighter Shores won't prove anything. It will prove that a game that's made in this style without the nostalgia would not be able to hold a player base, which
No, it won't prove that, because it could be a bad game in that style and is not able to hold a player base because it's a bad game, but we'll never know until we play it, and then maybe we're like, hey, it's a bad game, and then we think that maybe that's why.
is what my we're not be able to hold a large player base and grow. I like Jimmy a lot. Jimmy's come into my chat before, and I think he's really passionate about the game.
True.
And I hope that he doesn't think that I'm like shitting on the game or like saying the game's bad. I don't think the game is bad, but I think that as games have evolved over the years, there have been things that have been improved with games, such as like combat or, you know, like graphics to an extent, right? These graphics are, I actually don't think the graphics in this game are like really that problematic, but I can see where a lot of people would not like them, especially with like the character models, etc. So yeah.
Yeah, when are we getting the like updated female head model so they actually don't look like fucking like but no. I will gripe about the player models. I think that's maybe the one gripe I have about RuneScape. It's like the shitty, sometimes you put on a piece of armor and you're like, it's got a chunk of skin here for no reason, and the glove gets stuck to the robe, and it's like,
yeah. If this came out now, it would be on mobile. That's a good point, actually. You're right. Can you play OSRS on mobile?
Yes.
You can? Good. I didn't know if they made phones good enough for that. That's why I had to have a Starforge PC for OSRS.
Ooh, nice plug.
Because of the high graphical demand. But
good
yeah.
plug.
We can watch his WoW video. I will watch Jimmy's WoW video. I will.
I'm excited for him to watch the WoW video if he ever does. I don't know if it's gonna be like a situation with him playing Genshin Impact, of him saying he's going to, just never does. If he does, Asmon, if you do watch this
No, I'm excited. I really hope he watches it.
Video, somehow see this, and you watch my WoW video, try and let me know before you watch it, because I would love to hop on and like talk about the video itself, like all the things that I talked about after you finish watching it, to kind of elaborate more on things, because I did get a little more WoW experience since then. I have a few different opinions now. It'd be a fun discussion. There's a few things I'd want to talk about more, especially since the video's like 4 months old now. Just putting that out there. But other than that, that was cool that he reacted to it. I disagree with most of the things.
How do I find myself agreeing with both of them? But they just like dug their heels and they're like, no.
Sometimes they're like, I disagree with you. Oh, I disagree with him. But it's like you both said well thought out things, and it's both things. I don't like talking with these headphones on. Weird. I feel like I'm talking really loud.
Oh, I'm right, and I can't. Wait, am I crazy? I feel like I'm the one where everyone in the chat's gonna be like, finally, the voice of reason, 9rain, of all people.
Things he said, but you know, and again, like I said at the beginning, this is just a discussion about a video game.
No, this is of dire importance.
I respect Asmon. As you can see, he respects me as a creator. we're just playing games. Anything outside of this discussion, it just doesn't matter.
I hate both of these people. I don't watch their videos unless people beg me to react to them, and I don't think I'll be watching any more in the future. This is the last time I'm probably ever going to react to a Jimmy video, and I'm glad it's almost over.
This is all just fun. It's stuff we're
Who even are these people? I just clicked on this video and started watching it.
passionate about. Just keep.
I'm not having fun.
Keep that in mind. You know, it's all just.
Like, this is literally the worst thing.
We're chilling, dude. Don't fuck up the vibe check. You know what I mean? I think that's all I got. Take it easy.
Okay. I can't believe that was an hour and 6 minutes. How long have you guys suffered through this? Jesus Christ. What did we learn? Did we come to any kind of consensus? What are my closing thoughts on the matter? I'm not sure we learned anything. And the scariest part for me in all of this is now I am just realizing that I have to go back and rewatch me reacting to Jimmy, reacting to Asmongold, reacting to Jimmy's video. That was a reaction to Jimmy's reaction to Asmongold reacting to his video one more time because I have to edit all this. So it gets one layer deeper.
And then there was one more layer. I feel like I'm saying this all creepy. And then there was one more.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, that was good. Now I'm gonna have to go back and edit that as well. Actually, I probably won't edit it. I'm probably just gonna post it. I'll edit it a little bit. I gotta cut out the boring parts. Or like whenever I wasn't talking. But yeah, I will be streaming tomorrow. I'm gonna be at my girlfriend's all week. And I'm gonna be streaming like this all week. It's gonna be fun. We're about to get 90 crafting. And then we're gonna be doing some other stuff, probably some Slayer. But yeah. I'm gonna throw out my Discord and chat in just a minute. Thank you guys for watching. You're all freaking amazing. Thanks for lurking or chatting or whatever you're doing. If you want to join my Discord, we're gonna be me and my girlfriend play Jack in the Box. It's a really fun game. You don't have to have the game to play. You can just join Discord. Or sorry, you can just join you can join the game through any browser. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and that's my Discord. Remember to subscribe, like, follow, watch my other videos. I don't know. Thank you guys for watching. You're amazing. Have a good night, and we'll see you later. Peace, guys.